it stops.
Hey, Part-Minded, can you hear us okay?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you doing today? Perp. Alright, there we go. We've got a few people. There's no drama today, so view's gonna look a little, funny.
Yeah, that's the first thing we want to address. If it's anything negative or pertaining to other YouTubers, please don't bring it to the chat.
Yeah.
I'm asking you guys nicely. I don't care, like, what happened a week ago, yesterday. Anything pertaining to the last live stream that was done, please don't bring it to this stream. I would appreciate that.
And that is a request from the missus.
That's the first thing I want to get out of there. I don't care how much people is viewing, even if it was just one person on the stream. And if you guys are still here after after what I requested, I want to thank you guys for tuning in as always. And we just want to make this a fun live stream. Last week I did tell you guys we kind of wanted to freestyle it today. We wanted to talk about some nostalgic stuff. We want to take a trip back down to memory lane, just talk about some
my phone so I can turn off the A's.
Random topics. I wanted to talk about some like old school video games or consoles, just things growing up anywhere between the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I thought that would be really, really fun. So I guess we'll just wait a couple minutes, but whoever is here, hello. For anybody who's here, if you guys want to ask any questions while we're just waiting.
I'm just setting up a few things, y'all.
Yeah, he's just setting up. So if anybody wants to ask or say anything, feel free to. And that's that.
Speaking. All right. Just lighting a few spots a few corners that I hang out in. Let them know we live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's basically like tweeting everything out now. But I hope everybody had a okay week. I know in the celebrity world, it was a bit tough. So to start off the chat, first thing I want to talk about is Chadwick Boseman.
Moment of silence for Mr. Chadwick.
Yeah, of course.
A moment of silence. All right, ready, go.
Of course, I assume by now everybody has heard what has happened to Chad. He was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer.
Yep.
And nobody had any idea. The way he carried himself, just with dignity and just, respect. He was low key. He was humble. He carried himself in, such a positive light. And
what's up, Mr. Blade Blackout?
Hello. We're just talking about Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Our reaction, I guess,
Dude
when we
was
first
a
found
trooper,
out.
man. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew. I'm pretty sure people. I'm talking about us. We didn't know, but I'm pretty sure the people that was over close to him, people that was in the middle of filming Civil War, Black Panther. What is it? What was it?
He filmed about 6 movies.
Yeah, he filmed about 6 movies. The five. What is it? The Five Bloods.
I think that's the last movie that he did.
Yeah, he did a bunch of movies, and from what I'm hearing, colon cancer is like super aggressive.
Painful. Yeah, hearing it's really painful.
Right now, my back is hurting because I was practicing some Muay Thai moves on my freaking on my punching bag, and my back is killing me. And I don't want to do nothing. I want to just kind of like lay down and just relax. Before the show started, I was literally laying on the floor and have my kids use a massager to massage my back. And just thinking about like how he's able to do these roles. I don't even know if he was doing his own stunt, but on his feet, acting, doing the fight scene. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Like you got to give him a lot of credit to doing so many movies, and then that's it.
So Mr. Blade Blackout said the Chadwick stuff really cut deep. Yeah. I met him briefly a few times. When Black Panther was in theaters, I had that level of strength and push on. and do what he did is remarkable. Much respect to him. I definitely agree.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I can imagine the impact he's made, not just for his regular fans, but just think about the Black Panther movie.
Mm-hmm.
It held so much weight to it, even for the younger generation. It gives young black males, kids, hope.
Yeah.
And it was such a positive role that it inflicted on to the younger youth and generation.
Even the way he carried himself after, like...
Yeah, he was just, I mean, to see the pain, his chemo and things that he must have been doing on the low, and to still show up to see sick kids in the hospital. I think it was Jimmy Fallon's show. It was some night show where like people was expressing their love for the movie.
Yep.
And there was a poster of him and people were talking about it, and he just popped out and just met his fans. People were just so intrigued, you know. He just left a beautiful mark on this earth. I can honestly say he is somebody who lived a full life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He spoke at HBCUs. Remarkable guy.
I wonder how the trolls that was basically saying this is your king when he was born, I wonder how they feel now. Because there were
sure
people that were clowning
bad.
him when that video went live during the Black Lives Matter movement, and people were basically saying like, oh, he lost so much weight, is this your king, all this other shenanigans. Like, I wonder how those people feel, because they were attacking him and saying dumb shit just for like common trolling and clout.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I would have kept it a buck if I said anything negative. Lakers, Rams, hey, what's up?
What's up, Laker Rams?
We're just talking about Chadwick. I want to say a few months ago, I don't remember which blog site I was on. I want to say it was Media Takeout, which is like the lowest of the low. But anyways, I saw a title where they always have like the most outrageous, ridiculous clickbait titles, and they were talking about how he got really skinny, and there was a picture where it looks like he was sitting on a porch or balcony, and he looked noticeably skinny. So of course a lot of people was concerned. Honestly, I wouldn't automatically say sickness came to mind, because people's weight fluctuate, and you don't want to just put that out there, you know. I don't want to assume this man has a sickness if he was losing weight for a role, you know. So honestly, when I first seen him, the only thing that came to my mind was, yeah, he did look noticeably skinny, but I mean, to clown the dude for that, nah, I didn't do all of that. So that was kind of crazy to see that. But there are a lot of people who even worked with him, and they had no idea he was sick.
Yep.
So to just show you, I guess he didn't want his last days or last years, months, weeks on earth. He didn't want to be remembered sick and down. Maybe that's why he kept it to himself. But just to see how he carried himself with such class, it was just, you know. The phenomenal Ali said, those people are clowns. Man, even with those pictures, I thought maybe it was a COVID thing. Yep. But either way, it was clear something was wrong with his health, and they chose to attack him. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people are so lame, just clowns, you know. What's unfortunate about him is people were saying,
damn,
we
Spike
lost
Lee
Black
said he had
Panther.
no idea?
Yeah,
that's crazy. How does the director not know of your health condition? You got to really walk into work. Like me, I got to walk into work with my back like nobody knew anything. And then when I get in the car, just let it all out.
Yeah. And another thing I constantly see people saying is, clearly, I'm going to assume that he had a great relationship with people, especially with his memorable role in Black Panther. Sorry, I got bit by a mosquito. And I remember just seeing people in comments saying, oh, how come Michael B. Jordan hasn't spoke out yet? How come Lupita Nyong'o? Like, everything isn't for social media.
No.
Like, these people may have a personal relationship with this dude. Let them fucking grieve. Like, why do I have to tweet to the world how I'm feeling? You know what I mean?
What's up, Space Host?
Hey, Space Host. Yeah, so I'm like, that's just crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure if it affected people like us, I can only imagine his immediate family, his wife, or, you know, girlfriend, fiance, if he had one. People who was close to the dude, I can imagine, like, how they're feeling. So it's like, why do we always have to express our emotions or do everything on social media? I just think some people are so lame, and it's corny how everybody want to do something for clout.
Yep.
Ryan Coogler was the director. Okay. Hey, King Darian.
What's up, King Darian?
Yeah, so you know, exactly. But everyone's first thought is to post. They probably reached out to his wife. Exactly. And you know what else? Now that we're talking about this, I remember earlier this year when Kobe first died. Remember when we first heard about that, we all know how we felt, okay? Imagine if his wife didn't even know what was going on, and for her to find out through social media, because I think that was put out there. That's crazy.
No, I have not watched the Five Bloods. Hey guys, how do you guys like the music in the background at low levels? Can you guys hear us? Does it sound cool?
Or do you want us to turn it off? Yeah, Phenomenal Ali. We haven't seen it yet.
What's good, Takun?
Hey, Takun. We didn't see the movie yet. We were gonna watch it last night, but let's just say yesterday was a very draining day. My nieces and nephews came over, and I mean when they came over, they're little kids. So I already have my 6, but their cousins came over, and when they're around, yo, it's literally like a daycare, okay? You're constantly cleaning up crumbs and messes, and it was just crazy. So by the time they left later on in the evening, I had to get my kids ready and set back on their schedule for school today. And yeah, by the time I got to my room, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. But have any of you guys seen it? Okay, Perp Minded said The Five Bloods is okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch that tonight. Again. You know? But I remember, like I was saying, when Kobe first passed away.
I'm just checking out something. Y'all, you can keep talking.
I just remember how shocked we were, and sometimes these celebrities, they find out tragic news through social media. So imagine Kobe's wife and the remainder of his kids who was old enough to know what happened, to find out on social media that her husband died in a helicopter crash and his daughter was in the helicopter with him, you know? Laker Ram said a noisy home is a happy home. Man, I don't know about that. That's a stressful home.
No, but that's true.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just playing. How's the heat by y'all? It's starting to cool down a bit for me down in Burbank.
It's much more tolerable.
Yeah. Okay. Plus, Ultra said it's worth a watch. Yeah, me and my girl are going to check it out. Yeah, maybe next week we can talk about it.
Yeah. Real quick shout out to the Corner Store podcast. Hold on. What did I say? Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. I don't know what I said. Anyways, shout out, guys. Check out. We're gonna do what's called the Corner Store podcast. That's gonna be starting next week Tuesday. We don't have the time yet, but there's a different channel. It's not gonna be done on this channel. So just check that out, and I'll post everything. And there's gonna be a video that's gonna show up on my channel on how to get to it, how to support, and stuff like that. So check out the Corner Store podcast. Plus, we're gonna have Bring Your Own Controller, which is gonna be our post-show stuff. That's gonna be like I'm actually coining the phrase Bring Your Own Controller, and I'm going to buy the LLC for it because I want to start making a clothing line for Bring Your Own Controller. So that's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good. We got our Sundays for Final Dash podcast, bro. And it's gonna be done here or wherever it's gonna be done. So I don't want to hear about that, Takun. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that we got all of that out of the way, like I said, this was going to be a freestyle chat. I know last week I brought up we should take a trip down memory lane and just talk about some.
You want to talk? Want to get Bella Thorne out the way?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if you guys care or not, but there was some drama going on with the OnlyFans website and Bella Thorne. Yeah, DC Fire.
How would you guys feel about... So here's an image of one of the ones that I have. It's going to be a white tee, and on the front of it, it's going to be like a military-style backpack, kind of like bronze with the military-grade color. But it's you see a hand putting a controller in the bag, and on the bag, it's going to say DC Twister. And then it's going to say at the bottom right underneath it, it's going to say bring your own controller. And then I was also thinking of some other ones that's going to be pretty fire. Maybe like a DC Twister shirt that gives you guys an idea of what it is actually. So just to be funny with it. But yeah, bring your own controller is going to be my thing. It's going to be there.
Okay. So I'm just going to read a quick article that I pulled up online just to break it down for you guys. So Bella Thorne was trending all over the internet, Twitter, whatever. She was getting dragged all over social media because people felt that they were accusing her of scamming like over 2 million people, the people, you know, who runs her OnlyFans account. So earlier last week, it was reported that many sex workers were furious that Bella Thorne has made $2 million on OnlyFans, a subscription platform where creators sell content directly to their fans. Now they're even more outraged following apparent changes to OnlyFans policy that they were implemented without warning because of her antics. So according to the creators online, the content creators, they quietly issued a $50 cap on pay-per-view messages. And they also made a $100 cap on tips without warning or announcing any policy changes. They reportedly extended the timeline for payouts from 7 days to 30 days due to them supposedly not being able to pay back millions of dollars worth of the chargebacks from her fans' credit cards. So a lot of people was really upset about that.
So shout out to the Four Horsemen of Pop. I don't know why niggas would want to pay to see a white coat rack. Oh man, that's funny. So I don't have a problem. Like somebody said something, you know, and I'll give him. So Heart 8 said something a while back. You know, if a girl has a wet vagina, she'll always have money, and guys can't do OnlyFans like that. You know what I'm saying? Girls could do stuff like that. There are a lot of, and you know, it's sad because simps, I don't like using the word, but there are guys that literally make us look bad that are in the gaming community that plays games, buy these next gen consoles, that speak out and do whatever they want to do, right? But the problem is those guys will literally go out their way and spend money on these girls and give them millions and millions of dollars throughout the year when you could have just went to like Las Vegas and, you know, and it's legal there.
King Darian said, remember, gentlemen, the hub is free. Hello, family. Hello, Super Savage. Yeah, honestly, I don't like to knock anyone's hustle. And correction, post-punk, she made $2 million in 1 week, not one. So I can understand for sex workers or people who make their coin on those type of websites to kind of be bamboozled or, you know, policies changes. But realistically speaking, first of all, I don't even know why they would make somebody like Bella Thorne the face of OnlyFans anyway, because I mean that's not really her caliber. You know,
Stigma, it's not gonna work for us. Even if we fit, I can go get the 6-pack in the next 2 months. Go start taking my shirt off on OnlyFans. I'm either gonna bring in a crowd of men that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to speak bad on them. I just don't want that crowd. And we're not going to get anywhere. It doesn't matter if we have our own lane. Either you become the next Dr. Disrespect, the next PewDiePie. That's the only lane we got. Or you become a basketball player. You get rich. You get these girls that lust off of you based on money and all that other stuff. But we don't have it like that, man. Like, I mean, look at her.
Well, don't tie me to no OnlyFans shit.
I'm just saying,
No,
you already look good, and you like. Well, let's not give these fools any ideas. But I'm just saying, you got chicks that look like. What's up, Absolute MMA? You're late again. You got chicks like Belle Delphine that dresses up in makeup. You've got Amaranth that does all this stuff, so-called dancing for hours, but we know what she's doing. And these dudes spend thousands of dollars. Like, how much money do they spend? Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm happy that they're putting caps, but the dudes that spend this type of money, you know what these girls do? They'll be like, hey, you know, if they spend that much, they'll send them a text like, hey, I love you, this, and that. And for those guys with those low self-esteem, all that does is messes with their ego. That messes with them anything. Those guys, they need to actually go out, meet girls, use a corny catchphrase, see which girl it works on. You know, because there's never a bad catchphrase. It depends on the girl it works with. You know what I'm saying? So I hate it when these guys feel that they can't find somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, man.
So somebody said, I'm trying to find where I left off.
You know you got yours over here. You want the mouse?
Yeah. I'm
right.
sorry. I just
Here,
wanted to read
let me
some
stretch
people's.
it for you so you can read.
Somebody says sexual frustration. Hi, Mrs. DC. Hi, futuristic Viper. Somebody said, I'm just trying to read some.
I think.
How do you represent those people who want to sue as a lawyer? LOL. What's your opening statement in the courtroom? This is wild. Laughing my ass off. You like what you like. Hello, family. Remember, gentlemen. Okay, no, I got that. I believe the quote was, if a woman has a wet pee, she should never have a dry purse. YouTuber females should probably make more flashing their vajayjays in a private video than a porn star does have sex. So we got a $5 super chat from OBJ Jr. Have an idea to bring more views to Corner Store. Have a Twitter poll on who should have a camera reveal for 30 minutes out of all panel members. Oh, that's a good idea.
We already have something in works, but thank you, OBJ. We've got a few things in works. We got a commercial coming up.
Let's see. It'd be some
Yo,
bad
she
bitches.
went from Disney Channel to Only? That's crazy, bro.
Somebody said, it's some bad bitches on OnlyFans. Didn't you used to strip back in your college days, DC? Hope I didn't expose you. Laughing my ass off. Shorty ass was like, huh, nigga? LOL. Siri beats any hoe on OnlyFans.
Stupid.
DC would get to bring on a different girls on your OnlyFans to make money. She went from Disney. Yeah. Did you guys watch AGS Live?
No.
Oh, DC, they're asking.
No, I didn't.
Got no idea who she is, but she don't sound appealing. Yeah, I guess my only overall take is I don't ever want to speak on how somebody makes their money, however they make money.
Super Savage, you're stupid. Miley Cyrus went from Disney to BBC.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? You see how she was able to capitalize and monetize on things that's popping in black culture, but then she went back to her country white girl self as if, you know, she wasn't twerking, looking like, what did Nicki Minaj refer to her as? A chicken? A wet chicken or whatever she called her? So
that's a good question, T-Mac. DC, have you ever came off as a real simp? How did you react? And I feel all dudes stay on the internet.
He feels like that's how these dudes stay on the internet.
So here, I've never felt like a simp, but I have felt that I needed to protect someone on the internet, and I've defended them. And I'm like, then I thought about it. Maybe I shouldn't have like wrote that, because people in the comment section are like, oh, why you protecting her? Blah blah, this and that. And I don't think that's a simp. I think that's just a man looking out for, like, you know, a female. Like, if you see a girl getting like manhandled by a dude, are you gonna just stand by or help? If you help, is that considered simping? So like, those are the thoughts that go to my head. So no, I don't think I've ever simped or anything like that.
Somebody said she said it was for a project she was doing. Yeah. Ratchet Miley Cyrus didn't work because she got a butt like Hank Hill.
This
Yeah,
year,
that shit was looking lopsided and like some stale poultry.
Snake Mom said this nigga DC was dropping it like it's hot, laughing my ass off, get the F out of here. Hey man, sometimes you got to do things, to spice things up in the bedroom.
No, don't play like that. Yeah, so with the whole OnlyFans thing, I do think it's messed up. I didn't know that they were able to get tips and stuff. I thought you just pay for a subscription. But I mean, the crazy thing is, I just think people who are fans of any entity or person, whatever, because I heard some of Bella Thorne's content was as high as $100 to $200, so I could see why she made money like that. She has a large fan base. But my thing is, I mean, I don't see why people are getting upset. I mean, you guys paid this money, but
not this Tuesday.
I hear the way it was put out. I guess people thought they were going to see nudes or something, only for it to be like a bikini picture or something.
That's also something,
and
like,
that's misleading.
That's very misleading. I mean, how do you sue for stuff like that? Because if you look, like, I've heard dudes say that some girls do OnlyFans, but they don't show anything. Like, they do, like, there's a girl, her name is Destiny FOMO. And people thought when she started her OnlyFans, it was going to be her being nude, but it's her doing cosplay, which she's always done cosplay.
Okay, well, see, this is why I tell people reading is fundamental. Why did people think that she was going to be posting nudes? Did she ever portray that? Because if she led people on to believe that,
I don't know. I don't know to be exact. I didn't check her out like that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It just depends on the person you're following. Like, for instance, you have a lot of people in the reality TV world that's posting a lot of OnlyFans. So, for instance, Safari, Nicki Minaj's ex-boyfriend, or Erica Mena's new husband, fiance, whatever, they made OnlyFans. And supposedly, Safari was posting pictures, like dick pictures and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Erica Mena was probably posting pictures of her boobs. Now, I just think some people, again, it depends on the person and the content, why you're following them. But if you was already coming to support that person and you feel like you got scammed, that's kind of on you.
So according to Arcade, what does that say? Arcade 4247, he said that she did say it. And shout out to OBJ Jr. So the Corner Store first episode is this Tuesday. No, it is next Tuesday. We decided to take an entire week off. Plus, we're getting some artwork done. We're getting some stuff finalized. We're going to try to make the show very different. And it's going to be fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She said it, Miss DZ. Okay, well, see, that's a shady-ass bitch then. I don't blame people for wanting to get their money back. You can't advertise something and then, of course, a person like her, you already know a website like OnlyFans is going to... That's going to bring clout or traction to their website.
Also,
so if they're going to constantly use her like, hey, Bella Thorne is using this website, bring all these people in, and they don't clarify what her OnlyFans account entails, then that was shady on her part.
And on top of that, too, that girl that I was talking about, she's theoretically like a Nintendo person, and not to be disrespectful, but a lot of Nintendo fans that watch those type of channels, you get this girl, busty, she wears like costumes, or she looks like a Nintendo character to intrigue younger kids, and then say these things. It's kind of like a way to, like, what's the Pod Piper? Kind of like fiddle them all the way in so that
like
they can lure people in, and I feel that that's very misleading. But at the same time, they're always gonna say don't knock the hustle. And I don't have a problem with saying don't knock the hustle, but don't bamboozle the people for your hustle.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, you got a lot of these celebrities. Think about it. Imagine if you have an A-list celebrity, right? I'm just going to pick somebody that I would assume a lot of guys think is attractive in girls. So let's say for an A-list celebrity guy, let's say it's someone like Will Smith, for instance, okay? Mm-hmm. That's a wholesome, well-known person that everybody knows. Imagine
I
this
don't know about the
dude.
wholesome part. People don't really feel
Okay,
that he's
well,
wholesome.
you get what I'm saying. Everyone knows who he is. Let's just suppose this dude just come out of nowhere and say, "All right, guys, I'm making an OnlyFans. Get on my OnlyFans if you want to see exclusive content." Next thing you know, this nigga is posting stuff that he posts on Instagram. It's like, what? We didn't. That you can't do shit like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, what's his name? Perfect example. The dude from Black Ink Chicago. Black Ink Crew Chicago. Ryan, I forgot his last name, but he's the main person for the Chicago Black Ink Crew. He's been working out, getting buff and everything lately, and he tried to lure people onto an OnlyFans. And I guess a lot of people was disappointed because he only posted one picture of him in sweatpants, and people are like, what the hell is this? So there's a lot of celebrities that's capitalizing off of OnlyFans because they have a large following, and they're gonna just try to find something like a quick scheme to reel you in.
Now,
and then bounce once they get their money.
My major question, right? Do you feel that OnlyFans is going to affect entertainment as a whole? Because let me give you examples. I can guarantee you these porn stars were not making the money they were making in the porn industry, being in the porn industry versus OnlyFans. And now some actors are making way more money in OnlyFans right now because of COVID, and it's easy money. You turn your camera on, you do some wild shit, you making $1 million a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, do you guys feel that this is a
Let me get the mouse.
do you feel like this is something that's going to destroy the media the way
that's like kind of a double-edged sword, because honestly, I feel like this is just the wave right now. You know what I mean? Just social media and internet in general. First of all, we gotta look. About a decade ago, everything was done on television. Now everything is slowly merging to the internet and social media platforms. So people are capitalizing off of that any way they can. I didn't know this. Again, I only heard of OnlyFans when like the C word, COVID stuff started happening. But I heard OnlyFans originally was kind of similar to like a Patreon. People who showcase their talent. It wasn't just like sexual, like sex appeal type stuff. So, but now because everybody is home, you gotta also remember, I'm just trying to think fairly. All of these celebrities, their bag is stopping. People aren't out there acting. People aren't on set. People aren't recording. People aren't doing concerts. So, of course, people are going to try to find multiple streams of income. If I'm home...
That's a fact, Super Savage. I will never pay for an OnlyFans. I'll wait till it pops up free on Google. And that's the part that sucks for these women.
Hearing about that
because
too.
there's a lot of dudes out there that feels that these women are disrespecting, that they're so-called simps. Kind of like that girl that was on Twitch, which was basically saying, if you guys feel that you're broke, don't watch me. I'm worth something. She got backlash. But what these dudes are doing, I'm a simp, huh? I'm going to record you, and then I'm going to leak it anonymous, and now all of your content that you charge people for, they're going to go like, hey, I can get this for free. But the one thing that these girls do is make these guys... I'm going to give you a scenario. There's dudes that I know that go to restaurants and clubs, right? Because of either a waitress or a cocktail waitress, or, they go to the strip club and they think, perfect example, Players Club. Remember the guy that kept on coming in, giving tips, hoping that one day the girl would sleep with him?
Yeah, and he followed her home.
Yeah. But other than that extreme part, there are guys that will literally go do that.
They would
extreme
measures.
They would not extreme measures, but there are guys that feel that if they pay that type of money, they're gonna get something, and they feel that the person that tips the most, she's gonna notice them, not realizing that they are the game.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I feel sorry for the simps, but at the same time, if you blame the scammers, if niggas in Chicago buying Volcano insurance, that's a bad example. All right, that's a bad example. But I get what you were saying. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Yeah, I agree, Ric Flair. It kind of is like a gold rush. That's another thing. Everyone is going to run to that now because, again, if you got someone like Bella Thorne making $2 million in a freaking week, 2 weeks, or however, you're gonna have a lot of people like, well, damn, let me start showing my toes on OnlyFans, or let me start.
Pelican Man, I only know so much based on the people that I'm surrounded by. I'm surrounded by Drew Games, Ravish, Melon. I'm on the internet, man, so I know. Plus, I've got the social media network book next to me. You guys realize when she was talking about Bella Thorne, she pulled out some notes, right? She came prepared. She had notes. Because... I would have literally freestyled it, but she had notes.
Well, see, when I talk about anything, I like to do my little research, and if I have certain points that I want to bring up, I do write it down so we can have dialect or converse about it.
I'm going to tell you guys a secret. There are times where there's like PlayStation news that come out. I have no idea what it is. I run to an article. I look at the first paragraph, then I go make the video.
Yeah, see, I cannot. Oh, that just gives me anxiety. I can't do it.
I read the first paragraph, and then I'll probably skim through, and then I'll leave. That's why sometimes you guys literally be like, hold on, you sure they said that, DC? Because I didn't read that other part.
Well, you need to. You can't report on something, and that's the reason why I can't stand like some of these YouTubers that talk about.
So you saying you can't stand me?
I can't. You didn't let me finish. I can't. Okay, I'm not gonna say I can't stand because I don't know these people, but I hate when certain YouTubers, especially the ones who speak on like entertainment or topics, you don't do a lot of research. They'll just read a title and just run off of that. Like, no, you can't do that because you kind of gotta go in depth sometimes because people are. That's what people want to know. I mean, we can all just read a title or the first paragraph.
You know what's something that also sucks? Something that I see on Instagram a lot, right? So I follow fitness people and I follow fitness girls too and fitness guys. You know what I've noticed? Fitness black or dark-skinned women don't get the same views, likes, or comments as light-skinned women on Instagram or even OnlyFans. I tend to notice that the people that get the most like traffic are not the dark-skinned women.
I mean,
and
that's
I think that's pretty
another
fucked
topic
up
in itself because, again, that all has to do with just colorism. And
yo, what's up, Fiend? You're late. DC still doing more research than the mainstream journalism. Hey, that is true. That is true, Takun, because some of these journalists are terrible with what they do.
Pelican Man said, I meant you knowing details and tactics, though. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a good businessman, I guess.
Well, send the names of these dark-skinned fitness women my way. Oh, is that right, DC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God, Ric Flair. What time does that start again?
Brandy versus
and Monica. Yes.
What, their music?
Yeah, they're gonna do a versus today.
Okay.
So you know I'm gonna be down to see that. All the girls in the 90s is gonna be showing up to this live with their Steve Madden slippers.
Oh my God, that's also another thing. So I'm not like a sneakerhead, right? But I'm obsessively in love. You could ask her. I'm not a sneaker person, but Nike came out with these. So grab my sneaker out of the closet.
It's in the closet?
Yeah. I have, what was it? They're called the Nike Air Force 270s. I don't know what it is about those shoes, but I am absolutely in love with them. And I have literally the whole line. I have every pair, every design of these shoes. I love these shoes. I'm not a sneakerhead, but these kicks are, I got the black, I got the crimson, I've got the blue with the pink, I've got the whole lineup. And I'm not like I'm not big into like collective and shoe stuff. Like, I don't even know where I was going with that. There was a question where you said something and I just jumped onto that. But yeah, I'm not a sneakerhead, but damn, there are just some times I'm in love with some stuff. DC right about dark-skinned women thing. Sad to say. Yep.
Yeah, honestly, and that's in so many different things in the industry, everything, you know.
By the way, remember when I said on AGS, there's an Asian dude I know that don't mess with Asian women. He only mess with dark-skinned women. That's Takun right there. He's the only Asian dude I know that only deals with dark-skinned women. Hey, man, more power to you, brother.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Lake Show said, I hope to be successful in my career like Cloud after I finish my college. That's nice.
It's just stay ambitious. And there's, all right, so we're going to give you see how things are different here in the family. When it comes to that stuff, right? I take risks. She likes to overthink the risk.
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm
like
the person. I'm the person that, like, if I saw, like, when it came to buying this house, it was random. It just came out of the blue, and we looked at a few homes, and I just said, "Okay, I'm in." And she's like, "Are you sure you're 100%?" So what I'm getting at is, now we love the home. It's another great investment that we have. We own this, things like that. But you always have to take risks. But one of the things that when you take risks, when you go out of college, when you pick in your career, you always have to think, like, I know this sounds dumb, but draw two huge circles and basically write the risk, the failure of the risk, and then the positivity of the risk itself in the center. If there's a lot of things in that center of the risk, there's no problem with going for it. Always go for the risk. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know it's not going to cripple you. And if you feel that when you go to college and you've got some money, you're going to start your own business, always have two separate accounts. And what I mean by that is always have some money stashed away. My bank.
Or multiple streams
of income. Yeah, multiple streams of income. Like,
Ow.
She literally is the accountant. Like, what comes in my account, she watches and deals with it. But she has a secondary account that I'm not allowed to touch without talking to her. And I take risks with that account with some of the things that I buy. So if that risk ever fails, I know that the money that we have put to the side helps. But it's important to take risks with your career. Just make sure that it's not a fail. You know what I'm saying? Look in the stocks, looking to basically branch off. And this is going to be something that people never think that I would say. Don't be so quick to try to own your own business. Do the research on it before you do that, because you could have started a business and put so much money into it. The LLC, buying the license, getting the trademark, if you have a patent, and then come to find out all that money and everything you put into it is dead. So be careful. I know a lot of people tell you, no, go start your own business, be your own boss. That's a curse, and it's also a good thing at the same time.
Somebody said, DC, do you consider yourself, Mrs. DC, do you consider yourself light skin or dark skin? Pelican, that's a good question, because you know what, in Jamaica, they would consider her fair skin. No, they will call me browning. And it's fun, yeah, but you know what, I don't know, because when I lived in South Florida, they used to call me a red bone, which is, I guess, another term for light skin. They have so many different types of light skin. You have the girls they call yellow bones. I don't know. I just like to say I'm brown skin because I've seen lighter skinned women than me. And I feel like it always changes with time. You know?
So Laker Show says, I appreciate the advice. I'm 25 years old. I should have graduated by now, but But I had to switch majors, so I'm a little delayed. Hey, man, don't worry about that.
Lake Show, let me speak on that.
Yep.
So, I am 32 years old, okay? I have 6 kids, and at one point, when I obviously was your age, I felt the same way. Sometimes I still feel that way. Sometimes I feel like, damn, I should have been at this point in my life. But don't ever look at that, because what standards is that accorded to? You got to work on yourself, your own path, focus on watering your own grass. Be grateful that you've made it to C25. Be grateful that you got some college experience under your belt, because I feel the main thing you can get from college, aside from a degree and credits, is networking. That's the time where you should be meeting people, networking, finding different types of, just learning different things, and of course about yourself. So you're fine. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you're getting a little delayed because...
Yeah. And if you're changing majors, all you're doing is just literally getting more knowledge.
You're getting more knowledge along the way.
Yep.
So big yourself up. Give yourself a pat on the back.
If nobody's patting yourself on the back, you definitely need to do that right now.
Yeah, we'll give you
it's
a
not
pat.
it's not easy to go to college and stick it through. There's a lot of people, even today, there's a lot of people that will tell you high school's trash. I just got a GED and I'm just gonna literally do a course and then that's it.
Somebody said, is it free Tory or deport that nigga? You know what? Honestly, I don't really care. I feel now that Meg has spoke out about that whole thing, maybe the state is gonna try to charge him or try to, pin a charge to his name. And if that's the case, I don't think he would get deported. I think if he's gonna be doing any time, then he will probably do time here first before they deport him. So I don't know. To me, she's in the middle. Yeah, coolie. See, a coolie is someone that looks kind of like Indian.
Yeah,
or they have that olive kind of skin. That's what they would consider a coolie.
Yep.
Coolie gal.
Yeah, they would look like somebody Middle East, not Middle East, but like
Middle East, but like
Trinidad,
a
a Trinidadian.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
trying
coolie.
to think of somebody famous. Who would they consider someone like a coolie? Okay, so the guy I mentioned earlier from Black Ink Crew, Chicago, Ryan, the guy who owns the shop, he will be considered like a coolie. As for like a girl, I don't know. I can't think of anybody right now at the moment.
Pelican Man said, "How them fires out there in Cali, y'all smoky."
You know what? I think the smoke kind of died down a little bit because just yesterday I finally took my kids to the park. About a week ago, there were ashes flying everywhere. Let's see. Just like stocks, I put money in that. Don't feel like I really care to lose, but I'd rather put money in stocks than just regular savings institute, so the money can be more fruitful.
If you have enough money, go with what's called CD accounts. They basically build over time, and the bank, anything happens, the bank has to recover it, but you always have funds that continue to grow. It's called a CD account. Who the hell's that? Your mom?
You can go check. Go ahead.
My back. I'm not getting up.
We're like contemplating on who wants to check the door. Hold on. Let's see. Somebody said, "Damn, Mrs. DC, you should be a counselor." Hold that thought. I'm gonna say something about that, but I gotta check my door.
I actually made her, or not made her. I talked into switching her. What do you call it? Her major from nursing to do that. Shout out to Michael Scott, DC. Do you think them PS5 games will run 60 FPS? Also, love the positive message you guys put out. Oh, thank you, man. Definitely appreciate that. I don't know if you saw, but they're saying there's Insomniac Games came out and said that not just Spider-Man is going to be running at 60 FPS in a performance mode, but they're also going to be running at 4K 60 FPS in Ratchet and Clank for performance mode. They're literally going for whatever your what? Yo, Glizzy, don't let me kill you, man.
DC, they're like a black Phil Spencer. LOL. Love the live chat, y'all. Keep being great. Thank you, G Wagner.
Thank you, G Wagner. Yeah, but I feel that a lot of the games are going to be 4K 60 with performance modes. These things are way, very, very capable. And there's things like DLSS that can basically make it literally look like 4K, and you wouldn't know. You literally have to wait for Digital Foundry to tell you, and even them sometimes have to wait for the developer to tell them, because when it came to that Unreal Engine that was shown, the Unreal Engine tech demo that was shown on the PlayStation 5, Digital Foundry did not know that it was 1440p until Epic told them, because of their technology that they're using. What's up, what's that, Jay Swole?
Somebody said, get a ring, you wouldn't have to see who check. You know what? We actually had Ring before. We do have like a camera thing.
We have that. We have Vivint,
but
so
I
we
knew
can
I
check
had
the door.
to get up because I had an idea of who was at the door. But I don't like my kids running to the door. So
if you come up in here, talk about makeup, I'm demodding you and I'm blocking you, Mocha.
Stop. Hey, what's up, Miss Mocha? Someone asked you any wins in Fall Guys yet?
I lied the other day.
About that
I lied the other day to Mocha because everybody's getting wins but me. But I lied. I said I had a win, but I did not. I've literally been so close for the last few days that I almost, and I never got mad to throw my controller, but I tossed it into the pillow, and I was pissed.
It better not have been my controller.
I'm talking about my Las Vegas controller.
Don't be throwing no controllers, cause
I threw it into the pillow.
Okay.
And hold up. I'm buying this.
It don't matter.
Okay.
We ain't buying controllers like that because you want to have a tantrum.
Tell the game stop. Tell the game to stop cheating.
No. Okay, stocks are the truth. I bought AMD at $20. Now it's at $90, and Nvidia is going ham for me. Yup. DC, you ready for the Nvidia event? How much you willing to drop on a GPU? I got $1,200 on standby. Mocha said you lied.
I did lie. I didn't want to be that guy. Hey, but you know me, I'm always honest. I will tell the truth eventually. Yeah.
Takun said DC so bad at the game he don't even know what a W looks like. And we got a super chat from Tori Shelton. Thank you. Appreciate the content no matter what the situation is. He's some support. Thank you so much for that super chat. You and Kofi both got 0 wins. You dudes booty. Yo, man. 6ix9ine out here risking his life in Chicago trying to get popped. Yo, speaking of that, what's the guy's name?
Wait, he got popped? Somebody tried to shoot him?
Read. No, he said he's risking his life in Chicago. First of all, in case you don't know, I'm not from Chicago, and I heard terrible things like you don't fuck with the people in Chicago because they are really about that life.
Yo.
He is playing. He is going to like the hoods, okay? Clowning. I think there was someone named Reese or Lil Reese, some Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I don't know. Whatever his name is. He was clowning this dude, and he found a video of the dude who kind of shit his pants, or I don't know if he got jumped or something, and he kind of crapped his pants. So 6ix9ine made a parody out of it where he was getting jumped and he crapped his pants. But I'm like, he better be careful.
Anybody from Chicago in here? What's the name of the main city? And then a few blocks down, there's actually a beach. I'm going to tell you how I knew that Chicago was serious.
Yeah.
But because when
I
think it was the A7 III got announced, they flew us out to Chicago to go do a photo shoot. And while we sat down for the Shoto Food briefing, our head of Sony, Mike Fasulo, came to the room and told us, be careful when you go out on lunch. Don't eyeball people because what you hear about Chicago is real. People there are drive-bys even in nice areas like that. I'm like, yo, if Mike Fasulo was telling us this, I'm scared, dog.
Okay, well, you see, I didn't know that Obey anime. So 6ix9ine, this Lil Durk's dead cousin man, is asking for a death wish. Yeah, because like I said, I remember when Chief Keef was popping about 5 to 10 years ago, whenever that was. That's when I started, hearing about how serious things were in Chicago. Somebody said Lil Durk too. Okay, that was his name. DC, what do you think about that Cardi B WAP video?
We spoke about that last week. I'm not a fan of it.
Okay.
I feel that it portrays a message that in a time like this, video and social media is very impressionable on kids. A few years ago, only to the people that had money. Now, every child has an iPhone, an Android phone. Every kid has a TikTok account. And they do whatever. The joke that we adults say they're doing it for clout, kids do that for recognition.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Pelican's cool.
Okay, Pelican, you got a wrench. Wait, I thought the missus was a nurse. So no, T-Mac, that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. In reply to what you said earlier, I actually am currently going to school. I'm in the process of trying to find a nursing school. I have a couple more credits. However, I've been thinking of possibly changing my major And I was thinking of kind of going the psychology route, because I'm finding more and more when it comes to psychology and mental health and stuff, that is usually up my alley. So I don't know yet. I'm really, really contemplating about that, because even with nursing programs in general, it's so hard getting into a nursing program. In California, they are super competitive. I mean, in any state, but it's twice as hard to get into a program, you know? So I don't want to sit around for years trying to get into programs and stuff, you know what I mean? So just to keep my mind going.
What's up, Clifton?
I try to take a couple courses here and there just to keep the mind fresh, because imagine I'm out of school for 2 years and, you know, you start to forget things, or, you know, you constantly got to keep the mind busy. Well, with certain subjects, especially like, you know, biologies and science courses, yes, you have to.
She would be super savage. She's definitely a caring person, very caring person when it comes to the mental health. We're actually dealing with some stuff.
Oh wow! Okay, so the same dudes who jumped Lil Reese got killed the next day, and you didn't hear a word. Yeah, I always hear some crazy stuff in Chicago. That's why I remember when Tekashi first got arrested, and I think it was Trippie Redd. I know he's not from Chicago, but I think he made threats to Trippie Redd, and I don't know if he had his goons shoot at Chief Keef or something like that. You guys can refresh my memory. But yeah, again, Agent of Chaos. He's into too much stuff. It's
Eminem.
LOL,
I'm sorry.
Mike was giving you free game. It ain't for kids, but eye candy though. Chirac?
Shout out to Michael Scott for the $2 donation.
Eminem versus Jay-Z. Who's better to y'all? For me, I would say Jay-Z.
Eminem.
Jay-Z.
Eminem.
That's
you know why? Eminem writes his own music.
Jay-Z does too.
Jay-Z has writers though, and he's a biter.
No.
He's a biter.
No. Jay-Z writes his own music.
Okay, but he's a biter.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Eminem is a biter.
If they met up right now and freestyle, Eminem would eat him alive.
Freestyle.
Not better than Eminem.
Listen to the freestyle he did with Big L.
I'm pretty sure he wrote that down in a book.
No, he freestyled.
No, he would get eaten alive by Eminem. I'm sorry.
Okay, see, now this is the issue I have. When you're a fanboy of somebody, it's
I'm
okay.
not a fanboy of Eminem.
Let me talk. Oh. It's okay to like another person, but you don't gotta put Jay-Z down because you feel Eminem is better. So I be trying to tell him, you gotta be careful how you say certain things, because
I'm not afraid of these dudes. I'll say whatever.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'll say it right now about Beyonce. Let me stop.
Oh, about the Beyonce thing? Okay, so last week...
No, let's not do it. Because I don't want none of their people coming at my channel.
No, well, look, let me ask you guys this. When it comes to Beyonce, he doesn't understand this. I'm not even like a Beehive fan like that. But can you guys explain to him, when you say something bad about Beyonce, you have a whole bunch of weirdos coming out the woodworks with the Beehive or the little bee emojis, and you have some people who would threaten to kill you and stuff. Please tell him that, because he must think I was making that up.
Shout out to Clifton, the colored milkman, because, again, I don't care about Beyonce. Can't wait for that 3090 DCU cop-in. I'm going to have to wait for the third-party brands, like from Asus. Besides, I am an Asus fanboy. This monitor, the motherboard, PC, RAM. Actually, no, those are Trident. And I'm a Thermaltake Asus fanboy. So when it comes out, I am copping day one, but I have to wait for them, because the Founders Edition 3090 it's a triple stack system. If I do that, I can't side mount my video card, and I like having my video card side mounted.
So somebody said Eminem eats monsters for breakfast.
Thank you.
Jay-Z doesn't rhyme enough. Most of the time nowadays, he just talks on a beat.
Hold up, Eminem has no quotables? Hi, my name is... What? You tripping, perp. And you my boy too, man. I'm gonna let you live.
Hot artists have a crazy fan base. Yeah, that's true, because I think the fan base I highly dislike is the Beehives, because they're very biased.
She is very overrated, Super Savage. Excessively overrated.
OVO fans, really? I didn't know that they were wild. Because I love The Weeknd. Well, what do they call them?
No,
do they have a different name too?
What's it?
Cloud,
Futuristic Viper? I don't have a problem with MSI. I've just never used them.
Hold up, Super Savage. Does Mrs. Cloud know how much that 3090 gonna cost? She gonna whoop that A.
I don't care.
How
it's
much
a
you
graphics
think it
card.
is? How much is it?
We'll talk after the show.
Nah, you know.
We'll talk after.
Hold up.
It's
Hey,
not out
Siri.
yet. It's not out yet, and she
Hey,
doesn't.
Siri.
And she doesn't know.
Hey Siri.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
How's the kids' distance learning coming along? Man, it really falls back mainly on me because he only has 1 weekday off. So,
What's that?
it
What did you
ain't
ask?
easy. How's the kids' virtual
Yeah, I
learning?
definitely I've literally have been helping as much as I can. Sometimes I
But it's
leave
only
late
just
to
one
go to
day,
work
though.
just to help out.
It's not easy. I mean, to just sum it up, it's a lot of
He's
patience.
lying. It is not no damn $3,000.
I
Don't
believe,
listen to him.
you know what, Yoko?
I
believe
swear
you.
on Chase.
I would be really pissed if
I
he
swear on my
don't
favorite.
Be swearing on
I
nothing.
swear on my
No,
favorite. It's not no
uh-uh.
3,000.
Okay, we'll see. I know it's gonna be in the thousands though, because those video cards and these stupid computer cards be so much money. Mrs. Cloud probably $1,600.
Look what y'all niggas is doing.
Come on, man. We could be saving that money. Why you want to spend money? Didn't you just get a new graphics card? I bought you one for
Hold
Christmas.
up, this is not going to be able to play all the latest
I
games.
don't care.
Look, I have that monitor is $1,500. This monitor is $2,500. And this graphics card can't give all of them to the power.
Well, you better make it work. Just like Smokey's mom said, make it enough. You better make it work.
Look, I'm getting that 3090 Ti. I deserve it. I work my ass
said
off.
it's probably $1,500 minimum. Honestly, I think Eminem's classic aged like milk, but Jay's classic. And honestly, I would say this. I did like the early Eminem. Honestly, my favorite album from him was the Marshall Mathers LP. But with Jay-Z, I liked all of his retro stuff too. Him in the early 90s and early 2000s. I don't like a lot of his newer albums, you know? I'm cool with an Xbox, LOL. I save a bunch of money. Okay? And DC getting 4 PS5s too.
No,
Who he
I
told
I never said nothing like that.
That's what he told you guys. So you're trying to get 4?
I never said.
What you need 4 for?
I've only said 2 on this podcast.
Wow. Okay.
I've only said 2. Yo, these. I'm gonna start timing people out for lying.
That could be Disneyland money. Okay. My
Our
kids want to go to Legoland.
Nah, they want to go to Legoland. They
And
ain't,
I
they're not
would've took
interested.
them
They ain't not
if-
interested in no damn Disney.
Yeah, but still, the point is, I could have used that
Disney
money
is
to put
excessive.
towards something.
First of all, I don't want to go near anywhere that eats children with alligators. I'm good on Disney. There's too many stories of kids showing up missing at Disney. I'm good.
Space on said, better put some water on that damn shit. Exactly. Sup, y'all? All Eminem does now is rap fast and say
Mocha, you lying. You know what?
Wow. So seriously, why would you need 4?
I had
just
never
curious. Why
said
would you
4.
need?
They lying on me.
Say it with a straight face.
They lying on
You
me.
can't even say it with a straight
Because
face.
you smiling. Because you smiling. I said I only need 2. One for the office, one for the living room.
Top Coon. So people in the chats are saying that DC has been telling y'all that he plans to buy 4 PS5.
That's bullshit.
Why? Why do you need 4? And he's trying
Yo.
to get some new graphics video card thing. Like, come on. 2 for the house and 2 for giveaways. You better overclock
See, look,
that
Clifton the
graphics
Color
card.
Milkman, he got my back. Yeah.
You better overclock that graphics card, Mama. DC
Nah.
bought you and call it a day. DC is a good God-fearing man. He never said anything about no 40s or PS5. Was the first episode of Player One podcast. So that's not the
you see,
name of it.
see, red hair. Now I know you got caught. You know why? Because everybody knows I'm a hoarder. I never sell my systems.
But hold on. Answer that.
What?
Mr. 617 Bean asks, when's the first episode of Player One? Correct.
It's not Player One anymore because that name is taken. Drew did not check. We always check to see if someone else has it. But we are going next week Tuesday. We're doing it on Tuesdays, and it's called the Corner Store Podcast. We've got some ideas. Plus, we have my brand, Bring Your Own Controller. That's going to be a part of the podcast, but that's going to be in the post show at the end.
Somebody said DC about to sell all his fishes and ponds for 4
Never
PS5.
that. Not my babies.
I would prefer that if he want 4 PS5.
Those fish cost more than that.
I don't give a
Those fish cost more than that.
Okay, well.
Those fish, that tank alone.
Well, we gonna have DC. You gonna have to go on the corner or something.
Hold on the corner. So now you telling me to strip.
You gonna have to do something.
So when somebody said I was a strip, you gave me a look, but now you giving me the okay to strip.
You want them 4 PS5s? It ain't coming out of them bank accounts.
So you want me to shake it on you?
We could get 1 PS5. 1 PS5. We don't need 2. We don't need.
Look what y'all started.
We don't need plural. We need a singular. Just 1.
All right. What if on the family site it's a discount where the price of 2 would be the price of 1?
I don't know. Still, I don't see the purpose of 2.
But it's the same price.
Hope y'all.
Yes, the podcast will be on Spotify.
Somebody said, hope y'all and Heartache stay cool. I don't know who telling the truth, but both of y'all and everyone else did some shady-ish.
We're not gonna address that. I don't have any problems with Heartache. I hope him all the success on his channel and everything that he gets, out of success on that. I have nothing to say about him. And I like to keep it that way. I don't like to keep negativity between me and anybody else. So, that was a good time. It's in the past now, but
we wish him the best
I
with
wish
his
the best
endeavors.
For him. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I hope he hits 2,000 live viewers. I hope he has like popular people like Jay-Z do call-ins and shit like that.
We got 2 super chats.
Yeah.
Let me read the super chats real quick. So, Michael Scott, what y'all think of Heartache's new show? I think it's fire. Some dude rolled up asking 8 if he would start an OnlyFans, laughing my ass off. So I didn't watch it. I don't really watch anybody's stuff on Sundays. Maybe that's something y'all could ask him. Did you watch his new show?
No, I did not.
Okay, so yeah, we don't know what his new show entails to like give any feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody also said DC said he want one for his left eye, one for his right eye, one for 4 kids, office, and one. Oh, so y'all really telling. Okay, so
they definitely
wow,
lying. Because they know that I don't let my kids play the PlayStation, so they definitely lying.
Okay, kiss and make up with your boy. DC, 1 PS5 is good. I need those others, bruh. Yeah, you don't need 5.
Nah. You
On
know what?
Patreon page,
I'm definitely gonna buy 4 now, so that I'm gonna scalp them to y'all for 20,000 a pop. Yeah, that's what y'all get.
OBJ Jr. said on the Patreon page, it still mentioned player 1. So you guys should probably change that. Someone said stop dry snitching. Nigga Jay-Z and calling no crumb side podcast. LOL. The show was good though.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure his stuff was always entertaining before, so I think he can hold his own if there's no more members. I don't have anything bad to say. I don't know him personally. Yeah. I was never on the podcast. But I mean, he was always a cool dude. I don't have nothing negative to say.
All I have to say is I just want the Corner Store podcast to grow. I want every podcast to grow. Weapon Wheel, Press Start Podcast, what's it called? Big Cloud, and Speak From Your Heart. Also, the guys over there at, the Gamers Roundtable. By the way, I'm going to need my ducats because if anybody's been following me for the longest time, King Thrash, you owe me money because your podcast is called The Roundtable, while I was the very first in this community to start a podcast, and it was called the Gamers Roundtable with me, what's it called? Takun, whatever. A whole bunch of people from the old End Up Nation Day. They even had Shokyu and people like that on there.
DC gonna get his kids through college by hustling PS5. Is Ravish going to be on a podcast? When BG and Black Bond talked about the podcast, they didn't say his name or drew games.
That's because of what happened between Ravish and BG and Bond. So, but okay. It's going to be me, Ravish, Mocha, BX1, and Melon, and Drew.
So someone said it was a pretty good show. Clifton the Colored Milkman. I'm assuming you're talking about his podcast, or were you talking about the AGS in general? But again, I think he's probably entertaining, and he can definitely hold his own. So I'm glad that it was a pretty good show. If that's what you're talking about.
M. Carter, if you haven't DC suiting people, what?
I'm gonna need a shout out for coming up.
What's it called? M. Yes, the 900H is worth the money. As a matter of fact, you should definitely check out HDTV Test and Stop the FOMO. He just did a video for best gaming TV for the consoles, and the 900H was his choice. It even beat out the Q80 and the Vizio. So definitely go check it out and see why he said that.
So, Glizzy said Cycle called in under a different name and voice. So I know you probably know who that is.
I know who Cycle is. I don't know. Again, I didn't watch the show, guys. Yeah.
DC tells Sonny to hurry up and buy the Xbox so we can get these pre-orders. My boy's hyped like we all getting a PS5. Little do they know. He most definitely did. Don't forget the homie P-Rock. Damn, Darian got smoke. Are you going to have Hip Hop Gamer as a guest on the podcast? No. Okay. I enjoyed AGS. It was a good run. Okay. Yeah, I think it was a good run. Because I like the
King
idea.
Blizzy, you asked me that question. You asked that before. No, there are no good 4K HDR TVs for $250. Like, what? No, I do not watch wrestling. Bruh, kick Melon off the podcast. That dude is unbearable. The only person worth watching is DC for real. Nah, man, we all offer something. Melon is fun. Melon is very knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? He's very knowledgeable. Mocha's very knowledgeable. She stands up for women's rights, and we definitely need that. And she's very, I'd say, knowledgeable when it comes to that stuff. She doesn't just say it out of like anger or nothing like that. Which some of you guys gotta understand that, you know, there are women out there that know what they're talking about when it comes to that. Ravish is very knowledgeable when it comes to music, sports, and even the law. You know, and then Drew is a gamer just like I am. I'm more of like the tech person. I'm the person that literally rips apart a PC and tells you what's the best parts to build a PC right now and all that.
The person who asked if you watch wrestling, I used to watch wrestling in like the 90s, but I mean, I heard it's still going on. I don't even know how or why and if it still does numbers, but I used to watch it. Bro, okay, let me see. I got an LG CX55 last week with Best Buy warranty. Gonna give myself burn-in before warranty runs out and finesse them for a new TV. You guys are getting messy in the comment section. We are a positive squad over here. I'm about to start banning. And just to piggyback off what she said, I understand everybody likes, when it comes to like podcasts and stuff, what I like about podcasts is it gives everybody a perspective from different point of views. It allows you to be open-minded to everyone is not always going to agree on everything. People can agree to disagree, but when it starts to get messy or when people start to take personal attacks at somebody, is when I say it's not.
And like, I'm only going to ask this because every one of you guys I love from the bottom of my heart. Let's try to just be positive. Like all of you guys, even some of the ones I know and I personally gave wrenches to that are saying stuff that's being messy, just leave it be, you know? If it, for instance, there are shows or animes where I can't stand a character, but I will watch that anime for other. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a problem with someone, just leave it be.
I say give it a try, you know, just give it a try, you know.
I actually am gonna pick up Skate XL, but I'm waiting for it to come out on PlayStation. I do have I think I got $56 worth of points in at Best Buy.
Someone said, someone asked for the new podcast link. Maybe you should start linking it below.
You would have to because you have the control.
Things will go back to normal after the elections? Hell no, I don't think
so. Yo, real talk. Did y'all know that Trump is telling hospitals to not do new tests so that the numbers don't skyrocket? He literally said he doesn't want his numbers to skyrocket because it will look bad for re-election.
Listen.
So that's some bullshit, and most people don't know this. Y'all need to go and say something, bro. This is crazy. Oh, it's out on PSN? All right, I'm going to have to pick that up.
Listen, when it comes to Trump, I tell him this all the time because he don't really be on Instagram like that. I be on Instagram just looking at funny memes, videos, and stuff. And anytime I see some wild shit about Trump, I always constantly tell him, like, yo, I don't know how this dude gets away with some of the stuff that he be saying. But I had sent him a video where he was signing his autograph and he's like, here. He was like, sell it on eBay for $10,000. He's just always saying like the most wildest shit.
Who's buying anything from him for $1,000? Who? Tell me who. I don't know nobody that's gonna spend that much money on that man.
It's just his voice for me, his little hair piece, his eyes. Like when I just look at him.
Mocha, you're in the chat. You know makeup. Is he wearing makeup? Like real talk. Is he wearing makeup? I need to know because people tell me that's just his regular face, but I refuse to think that a man looks like an orange peel.
He looks like a Cheeto pup. I don't know.
All right, hold up. I'm putting it in the chat, guys.
Excuse me. Oh man. I'm sorry. My sense of humor is very, very childish. I laugh at the dumbest things. Even sometimes.
Yo, the thing she laughed at. There's videos, right? Of like, let's say a dog is like.
Alright, go ahead. Please talk. I'm sorry.
Yo, so there's. Why would you try to drink while you're laughing? Yo.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so what's it called? What were we saying?
Someone said, I feel Trump is going to rig the election. Trump is one of the best trolls. Yes, he really is. I don't really pay attention to whatever he's talking about, but whenever he tweets some wild shit, I'm just in tears because it's just his facial expressions. It's like, how does he get away with saying, like, you are the president? Like, how do you get away with saying or doing
Agent Orange. Somebody called him Agent Orange. Yo,
yes.
But what was I saying? Because I was going with something with that.
You were saying something. I was saying how my sense of humor.
Oh, like there's like, you ever see videos of like dogs that are like, that have problems? It's obviously a medical issue and they're glitching. Yo, she finds that shit so funny. She'll be in tears just laughing for no reason.
I like to watch a lot of animal videos and stuff too, or just like fucked up things happening.
You know, like if you see one of those birds that their feet move like stupid fast, she'll laugh at it. I found a video of like a duck, right? The guy had the duck. He put the duck down, and all you heard was.
Yeah, I cracked up. I love watching like little animal videos.
It's good to laugh, man. It definitely is, yo.
Trump is gonna win 2020. Too many dumb people in this country. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he wins again.
Just read today that the CDC is tampering
with the COVID numbers.
Yeah, that's because of him.
No, but you know what?
Yes, per my name, I am buying Tony Hawk. I have to.
So
that's what got me into skateboarding.
I have my thoughts on the COVID stuff from like a while ago. You got to remember that people are moved by fear.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think of television, I know they call it live vision because it just tells a whole bunch of lies and it puts people in a trance. But I'm saying all of that to say, you can believe whatever you want to believe. I know for sure that COVID is out there.
Yep.
But I believe when it first came out, they originally, I want to say like in March, when everything was, getting a lot of traction, I think they over-exaggerated some of the numbers of cases because they wanted to instill fear. And their goal is to keep people inside. Shut down companies, do whatever they were trying to do at the time. So I believe the reason why they are also tampering with stuff is because of that reason. I think that they're just trying to, just instill fear or just cause people to panic or chaos, Another thing that was really weird, I remember at first when China was sending test kits originally at first, a lot of those test kits were tampered or had it was positive for COVID or something.
It already had corona on it.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man.
And you think usually in those airplanes, like you can't. Once you're in the cabin of an airplane, it depressurizes all of that.
You know, let's see. Biden ain't a better alternative. He was responsible for the 93 crime bill. And that's what I keep telling people with Bill Clinton, too, you know. I saw something online that said, fuck them both for the presidential election. I see a lot of people like, you know they don't even care.
I seen people say, fuck that. Bring, what's his name again? The rapper? Bring Kanye back. Hold on. Michael Scott said, what do you think of Ghost of Tsushima? Do you think it's better than Last of Us? I feel that it's better than Last of Us, and here's why. I feel because it gives you the option that The Last of Us did not give you. Plus, I feel like it I'm not going to say it told a better story, because everyone's going to say the graphics, the details better, but I have more time. But also remember, it's a bias. I'm obsessed with the Japanese culture. There's literally a bamboo tree behind me. I'm obsessed with the Japanese culture, so it's going to be kind of biased, but I have more fun playing that game. And when I was playing The Last of Us, I didn't stop to sightsee. I didn't stop to look at, like, a kimono. I didn't stop to look at, like, katana or, like, the keyblades that's, not the keyblades, the keegling that's on the edge of the swords. I was literally looking at that because I want to get new katanas. So it's very different, but to me, it's better than The Last of Us. And The Last of Us is not a garbage game. I don't dislike it. I would just never play it again. Even if that game came out at 8K, 120 frames per second, I don't care.
Trump told you to drink Clorox bleach to beat the virus. And I don't think that's what he said. I think it's called I don't remember the name, but I think it really was something. It sounds like Clorox, but it wasn't that. It was like a medication or something. And I actually know someone who takes that medication, and I guess it's something that would help fight off, like sickness or viruses. So, I mean, maybe Trump knew what he was talking about. Lil F Boy said, Heart 8
snapped away AGS like Thanos. I will give Corner Store Podcast a shot, but I'm only watching for DC and Rav. Hey,
Lil F Boy. Just give it a try.
Hey, give it a try. At the end of the day, you never know, man. Like, you may end up liking it, but again, there are times, like, for instance, I only watch Kinda Funny for Greg. I hate everybody else on the show. Or I watch the Xbox or the Xcast on Kinda Funny for Gary. I cannot stand Alana Pierce and the other dude. So there are times you tune in for other people.
But like Family Guy, I like it mainly for Stewie and Brian. Like, I can't stand Meg. But yeah.
Everybody hates Meg. Yeah.
Trump wanna be a rapper talking about when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Devil versus Satan in 2020 elections. Exactly. It's like, which one is the greater of lesser evils? I'd rather vote for Fleece Johnson than Trump or Biden.
Yeah.
But relax, player. DC is good people. The last part of Last of Us was boring as F. You need to call in and troll. Please,
the actor that plays for Meg scares the shit out of me. Her eyes are ridiculously too big.
I feel bad for Meg though. Like, they be treating her like trash. I will check it out for DC. Not a huge fan of the rest of the podcast. I'm gonna let you guys know. Like, I ride for the squad because I feel, I don't know. There's like a genuine connection when we chat. Like, we're in the Discord a lot talking with each other. We're on the phone talking a lot with each other. There's, like, we made it a point that, like, every week we get together and, like, we speak on, like, the video, like, kind of like a live review of things that they like and dislike, and we learn together as a group type thing. So, if it comes to it where people feel that Melon doesn't talk much, we'll talk to him. He'll give us feedback, and if it's an issue or something like that, we'll speak on it. But we're moving together as a unit. Yeah. I want to answer that question. So, Mila Kunis can get this meat. That's not what I wanted to answer. But yes, you think this new Batman is going to have a more dark vibe? Zoe Kravitz? Yes, I definitely think so. American Dad is greater than Family Guy. You know what? I like American Dad.
I love American Dad.
We go through our phases. So there was a point where we was on the Family Guy wave. Then we started watching Cleveland Show. Then it was American Dad for a long while. And now, what is it? You're back to Cleveland Show? Are you back to Cleveland Show?
I'm back and forth. I hated that Cleveland Show ended because after that, he's invisible now on Family Guy. Like, I liked his family. Like, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, I could. You know what's funny, guys? I can actually emulate a lot of voices and cartoon characters. That's something I'm actually really good at. So I don't know. I guess when he emulated that, I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, she's pretty good at making voices. I'm pretty good at making voices too.
I'm trying to support everyone on the crumb side, even at OVG. We gotta support our brothers and sisters. And you know what?
I'm gonna say this in like the nicest way possible. So I said this on the video that we had before we move on to, we had 2 topics left, y'all. BG supports me. He supports the channel. He supports what we're doing. You know, and again, he's given me the ability to jump in weapon wheel whenever I want. Like, a person that has a podcast that's successful would not do something like that if he didn't support. You know, even Black Bond supports me, you know what I'm saying? They retweet my stuff, you know, whenever they see it and whenever they do all that. So I'm never going... And the thing is, you guys got to remember, I've known BG for, I think, almost 11 years. And the funny thing is, you know how I met BG? I had videos of me becoming an End of Nation guy, attacking BG and attacking PlayStation. That was funny. And then Seventh Heaven. Yeah. But yeah, so you know, we're cool. We used to be in the remember the old Skype days where I was on the computer for like hours talking with them.
I remember that.
Yep.
King of the Hill's underrated. You know what, Yoko? I tried to get into King of the Hill.
King of the Hill's corny. I'm sorry.
I tried to watch it a few times. I mean, why is The Simpsons still running? Although I love The Simpsons, I don't know. I asked the same question. I don't know why.
The Simpsons
I feel like
is
all
the
of these
ultimate lie. Them and Rugrats. How long have those shows been on air and them kids did not age?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, you got a point. But no, I definitely agree. I think all of these type of shows with the 5 family people in these cartoon sitcoms, I think...
Final Dash podcast will be done on Sundays. That's going to be me, Takun, and hopefully have Neo Game Spark. Plus, we're probably going to be taking on random Nintendo guests.
Futuristic Viper, can you do Scooby? I can do Scooby Doo. I could do a lot of cartoon voices. That's not Scooby Doo.
I can't. I'm terrible.
They ruined Cleveland and Joe's character in the late seasons. Yeah, man. Yep. I want to say in Family Guy, I think my favorite character was Quagmire. That dirty bastard, but he was
Regular Show. I love Regular Show. We used to watch that.
Oh yeah, I used to. Yeah. When I was pregnant with my twins, I watched a lot of Regular Show. I was like piggybacking, ping-ponging back and forth between that and Adventure Time. Mm-hmm. Rugrats and they were teens too. LOL. DC didn't grow up to watch old school Nick.
Wait, hold up. Old school Nick. I watched Ren and Stimpy. I was big on like All Real Monsters.
Why? I wasn't really a fan. That was kind of corny.
All Real Monsters. Kablam.
Kablam was good.
What else was also on Nick?
Nick
and Amanda Bynes. That was there.
Show.
The Amanda Show. Keenan and Kel.
All that.
Good Burger. Can I get a burger?
Did you watch
Tana,
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I watched that too.
Did you watch, was it called Alex Mack?
Did not watch that.
That was a good show. I used to read the books too.
Oh, Angry Beavers! I love that show.
I used to like the theme song, but I wasn't a fan of.
You know, they're like aeroplanes.
Solar Opposites.
It's a bird. Life is a mystery.
Hold on, wait.
We will write history and DuckTales. Woo!
Okay, yeah. That's actually what we wanted to talk about. We wanted to We wanted to just take it back. Take a trip down memory lane.
Because you guys know I'm from Jamaica. The very first like American cartoon that I saw and I was in love with was Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck?
Loved it. Every single
my brother
episode or I loved it. Rocko's Modern Life.
My brother my stepbrother.
I can sing.
He is from Jamaica too, and he told me.
Of
one
course
of the
you
major
like
cartoons.
Daria Mocha. You
Oh,
are
I
like
loved Daria.
Mocha is an incarnation
I
of Daria, bro.
love freaking Daria.
You know what? That is your new meme from now. That
Oh my
she
God.
is Daria
La, la,
100, bro.
La la la. I used to love that show.
Proud Family.
Okay, so you know what? Obey Anime. Proud Family. I was probably just hitting ninth grade.
Call DW.
I was probably just hitting ninth. I was in ninth or
What's
10th
up, Melon?
grade when Proud Family came out. So I actually just started watching Proud Family on Disney Plus, and I finished it. I liked it. It kind of gave me Baby Kids vibes, you know.
I did not even know that. I didn't know that there was a Double Dragons cartoon. I never knew that.
You know what? Okay, since we're on the retro topic, and I did see the name Dragon. Do you guys remember this game on which Nintendo was it?
The NES.
Okay, remember on the NES, did you guys ever hear of a game called, I think it was called Draken or was it called Draken or Dragon? Do you remember?
Draken.
Okay, did you guys ever play a game Draken? I don't know if that was an RPG or what. I used to play that game, but when I was young,
it was a dungeon crawler.
there was like an old man. He did not speak. He mumbled. That guy used to scare the fuck out of me. So I never played that game at night. I was really young when that game came out, but I just wanted to know if you guys remembered that.
Yeah, for
the
me.
The guy that made regular show has a new show on HBO Max. Okay, Alabama Jones, what is it
What's
called?
the name of it? You know what I've been watching? That's pretty funny. Hoops.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a pretty
It's
funny
okay.
show. Yeah.
He's very vulgar in the show, but I mean, most of those shows are. Okay, so it's the NES.
NES.
Okay.
I call it the NES. All right.
I call it NES too.
All right.
What about
NES.
Gargoyles? Okay, did you watch Gargoyles?
Love Gargoyles.
Did you like Thundercats?
Yes,
Okay,
and
I like-
SWAT Cats,
okay.
and I watch Beast Wars. Come on, man.
Okay, so he said the show was
Who
called
here know
Close
the
Enough.
theme song for Beetleborgs? Come on, man.
Did you guys used to watch Beetlejuice?
What you were singing you were.
Okay, yeah.
She thought that was Beetlejuice.
No,
and I'm
I
telling
didn't
you,
think, but the
I
other
told
day-
you, I was telling her the whole time that it was the Addams Family.
Yeah, no, because I remember I had a theme song in my head the other day, and I was like, wait a minute, I can't remember what theme song that was.
My kids like my oldest boy likes Steven Universe.
I try to get into that.
Yeah.
Oh, Tehran said y'all speaking on something way before. Okay, so Tehran, what is your time as far as video games or cartoons go?
Even though
I know y'all ain't talking about classic cartoons without mentioning Street Sharks. Oh, I can't forget about Street Sharks.
wow. G.I. Joe. That was around the time G.I. Joe, Street Shark, Captain Planet.
G.I. Joe was good too.
He's a hero, gonna take Karusha down
Even
to
though
zero.
you prefer DC, did you watch Marvel cartoons? I know I did.
I watch Marvel
and
cartoons.
Doc Carter.
Yeah.
I used to love the theme song for X-Men. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I used to love Spider-Man too.
Yup.
Johnny Blaze was a good one. I didn't really watch that one. I watched Captain Planet. Fox 5. This man
Yes,
said,
Beetleborgs, bro.
DC and Mrs. Cloud, have y'all seen Cobra Kai? If not, y'all should. Strike hard first. Strike.
Is Cobra Kai kind of like a Karate Kid? That's because that when I see it, it kind of gives me those vibes.
Double Dare and the Family Double Dare. Billy and
My girls love Billy and Mandy.
I hated that cartoon.
No, that's the new one that they're watching where
Billy and Mandy is the cartoon with the Grim Reaper guy. And
yeah, they remade it now, I think.
Oh, I didn't know they remade it.
Yeah, they remade
I
it
hated
now.
the way they made the girls. I thought that was a little boy. I'm sorry. Did y'all watch Extreme Dinosaurs? Was that like that puppet
The
thing?
puppet one, yeah.
I used to watch that.
I used to watch that.
I used to like that cartoon.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I think about this stuff, like, I feel bad for my kids because our childhood is way funner than theirs, bro.
That's why I like talking about
theirs
this
is in a
stuff.
tablet, Roblox, like, yo, Johnny Quest, oh my god.
Okay, so the original Johnny Quest that came out in like the 80s, early 90s, I fucked with that heavy. That was one of my favorite cartoons. Johnny and Haji. Oh man, that I used to love that cartoon. I liked a lot of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Gargoyles,
And
yes.
Okay, so one of my favorite cartoons, I don't know if it came out in the 70s
Nobody
or 80s.
watched Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat, Mocha. You are the only one. She was talking about that all last night.
I have to see what that is.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, I love Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest,
Sagwa.
that was funny.
Anybody, put in the chat so she can understand. Put in the chat if you've seen Sagwa, put a 1. If you haven't, put a 2. Just so she understands she's the only one that's ever watched that in the world.
Did you guys ever used to watch Speed Racer? Because I loved that freaking cartoon. Hey Arnold,
Ew,
Rocket
someone
Power.
actually watched Sagwa?
I never watched
Oh man,
it.
red hairline. Nah, man. You went down a point, man.
Wasn't Johnny Quest the one that was friends with Godzilla for a few episodes? I don't remember that. I just know he was always trying to bag some girl, and they always used to beat the shit out of him because he was just so vulgar and so fresh. Somebody said, "Hey Arnold, Rocket Power, Dexter's Lab." That whole, that I used to like Ed, Ed and Eddie. That was a good one. I loved Hey Arnold. I liked Rocket Power. I didn't watch it as much as Hey Arnold. Dexter's Lab, Kablam. Fiend said we grew up on Johnny Test. I like the theme song for Johnny Test.
Batman. I do remember the Peter Pan cartoon. Do you remember the Peter Pan cartoon? The alligator's always trying to get him.
I don't remember that one. Jabberjaw.
No, I watched DBZ. You know the sad part is, out of all the cartoons I watched growing up, when I watched DBZ, I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Somebody said DC will be epic if you get Shoki on BBC on the podcast.
I'm trying to get Big John on the podcast.
American Dragon, Jake Long, Pinky and the Brain. I used to like the theme song. That was on WB Cartoons, I think. So they also had It's Time for Animaniacs. I didn't like that cartoon, but sometimes I was forced to watch it because you know how on Saturday morning when the cartoons come on, you gotta like share the remote with your siblings. So I hated Freakazoid, I hated Animaniacs, but I still used to watch it. Bruno the Kid though, let me
see this Sagwa crap.
PBS Kids was lit. Yeah, how can we forget? They had Arthur. That was my favorite. I actually used to watch this other show called Zoom.
Nope, I did not watch. Did you ever watch this?
No, I've never seen it, but that's a cute cat.
She's the only one, bro.
Dragon Ball Z. I feel like Dragon Ball Z is dragged out, but back in the day, I used to watch it.
Yeah, the Jackie Chan Adventures was lit.
I'm offended. Alabama Jones.
Alabama Jones said, where is he? He said, at 10 years old, Sagwa used to come on and I'd go watch the news.
Johnny Bravo was good. Yeah, it was. Samurai. I like Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I still like Samurai Jack.
And speaking of Samurai, I liked Samurai. Is it Champloo?
Samurai Champloo. It was
only. That was good. It wasn't a lot of. It wasn't
episodes, a lot of episodes. We watched Cowboy Bebop as well. Yeah.
Of course. How can we forget Boondocks? That was a good one.
Yep.
Someone said Godzuki. Hey, Arnold was hilarious. Felt bad for Brian. He'd get knocked. Oh yeah, that's the stink mouth boy, right? That's always breathing. He always had his glass.
From Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
That boy was gonna grow up to be a straight up like pedophile.
He's gonna be a killer.
Yeah, killer or a statutory person or someone that kidnapped people. A bona fide stalker.
Recess. Did you watch Recess? I used to watch that.
I watched Recess.
I watched it when we ain't had no cable.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like 26 episodes. Love the show.
Reading Rainbow, yeah, I used to like that. You know
Reading
what?
Rainbow.
When I used to stay home from school, I used to like watching Blue's Clues with my little siblings. And was it Teletubbies? Did you used to watch that when you stay home?
I preferred Care Bears.
Did you guys remember a show called Bananas in Pajamas?
Again, I preferred Care Bears. If I ever went down that road, it was definitely. Oh, what was the name of the other one that I used to watch with the drink that made them bounce?
Gummy Bears.
Gummy Bears.
Yeah, Gummy Bears. They actually have that. You know what's crazy? When we first got Disney Plus and when I seen all the retro cartoons, I tried to get my kids to watch a lot of the retro stuff, and they look at it like, Mommy, this is trash. Like, yo, I'm like, how can you not like these things? Also, I try to get my girls to watch That's So Raven or Lizzie McGuire, they don't.
They don't care.
Interest. I'm like,
You know what they are watching though? They're watching is it Even Stevens?
are they watching it? Because I loved Even Stevens, and I tried
Not
to get
the one,
them
not
to
the one
it.
with Shia LaBeouf. What's the other one?
I don't know.
There's another one where the dad from Breaking Bad was in
Oh,
it.
they watch. They watch. My son likes Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, they watch Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
My oldest boy is into the newer versions of Pokemon.
You know what? I remember hearing about the MC Hammer show, but I never got into it. Let's see.
Boy Meets World was good. I heard they came back with it.
Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemon was fire. Yeah, I know Bananas.
Yeah,
MC
new
Hammer
cartoons
cartoon.
are whack. What's the name of the one where the dude...
Snorks, sing along with us, Snorks.
Snorks.
I used to like that cartoon.
Come along with us, Snorks.
Yes.
Come with me.
Oh, do you guys remember this cartoon? It was called... What was it called? Muppet Babies. That one, I used to like that cartoon a lot. Muppet Babies.
Oh, don't forget Looney Tunes. Oh, Freakazoid.
Yeah, that's like with the
Pinky and the
WB.
Brain. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Saturday mornings, WB channel or UPN or whatever it was called. The days when you used to rush to get home to watch shows, or when your parents wouldn't tell you to go outside to the street. Yeah,
I had a homeboy that used to rush home to go beat his meat before his parents came home.
That is a freaking clown.
Because that's the only time he ever got to use the PC, when they weren't at home before they came from work.
My Brother and Me was that was on Nickelodeon. I loved My Brother and Me.
Yo, hold up. He would literally be walking with us from school, my homeboy Arian, right? And no, I'm not gonna say that. We used to walk home from school, and literally by the time we get to the corner store where we all split, he would just dap us up. Y'all know where I gotta get home. I'm out.
I'm sorry. I would have to call him a clown the next day. Nigga, don't touch me. Get your stinking hands from me. New Pokemon sucks. Ash became a champ, and now he a teacher. Smurfs. Yeah, I liked Smurfs too. And I actually thought Ren and Stimpy was fire. New cartoons are trash. Couldn't get away as much.
What's the name of that one where the kids watch with the potato chip looking head kid? The one that looked like a Dorito.
Oh, Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah.
That was during the era of Kim Possible.
You don't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Well, hold up. Y'all don't know who he is.
Yeah, but he's saying, what if he's watching?
Hey, there's stories.
Allegra's Window. Power Rangers, yes. I was the pink one. I was Kimberly. Power Rangers was good. You know what? Bambino, I was never a fan of Ren and Stimpy. I thought the cartoon was kind of corny. It was just very... I used to hate, like... there was so much detail in, like, their ass. And it was... Thinking about it now... Ren and Stimpy, like they would have like the hair on their ass. Or
there was a lot of stuff. Them and Cat Dog would used to do some wild shit with the art, bro. It used to like turn me off as a kid. Like, yo, that's weird, man.
It used to look like Ren and Stimpy was like blowing each other out sometimes, and like certain. I'm so serious. If you look at some of the art, just Google like Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, Two Stupid Dogs. Two Stupid Dogs.
Oh yeah, I used to like that.
Two Stupid Dogs.
That was a good cartoon.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I used to watch that sometimes. Yep. I did like Acme Hour, Tex Avery, Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, those type of like Bugs Bunny cartoons and stuff.
I used to like Angry Beavers and Rocko's Modern Life.
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. I didn't watch that one. I did watch
Woody Woodpecker. You see what I'm saying? Like, kids today, what cartoons are they going to talk about now? American Dad, Family Guy. And those are cartoons that they're not supposed to watch if you're a good parent. So what do they watch?
Tehran, you're right. I did not, thinking about it now, watching some of these cartoons, they got away with a lot of stuff because the cartoons back then, even just the artwork sometimes, like the way they drew some of the cartoons, like the girls in certain cartoons would be like really busty.
Cow and Chicken used to do that too, where they would get like super close up. They would do they would do like close
The
up of cows.
The devil had like a fat ass, and
Yes.
he had like hair sticking off his butt.
I'm not gonna say he had a fat ass. It's kind of suspect, but
Oh,
you
he
know,
did.
yeah, you could say
Cow
it.
and chicken. The days when you would have your VCR and record shows. I'm telling you, I used to have my VCR ready. You know what else I used to do that to?
You know what?
Anime, obey anime. I used to do that to. Remember, I love music, so whenever Rap City, The Basement, or 106 in Park would come on, I would record my favorite videos on a VCR. VR Troopers. I wasn't a fan of that.
I wasn't a fan of VR
But
Troopers.
I did like Transformers cartoon.
No, yuck.
Baby Looney Tunes. I wanted to smash Daphne from Scooby Doo.
Everybody did.
I liked Velma with her sloop foot.
You know how you see how now they do Velma? They make Velma like the thick one. She's got a body, and
I didn't
Daphne
see
didn't.
it.
Yeah, every time they do like artwork or fan artwork, they always
you
try to
watch-
make like Velma mad thick, yo.
Did you watch A Pup Named Scooby Doo?
I didn't really like it. I felt
I
that
used
he
to
was
like
he overdid it.
I liked the theme song. You know, a lot of the cartoons back then, just the theme songs, I noticed how the theme songs kind of tell you what the cartoon was going to be about. Like, remember Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That was a good cartoon, too.
Turtles in the half shell.
SWAT
Turtle power.
Cat.
They're
Someone
the
said-
world's most fearsome fighting team.
Someone said SWAT Cats.
They're
was
heroes
good.
in a half shell and they're green.
Someone said, Turtle in a half shell.
Turtle power.
Oh, sorry. Someone said, wasn't VR Troopers like 3 shows combined into one? They did that sometimes with a lot of Saturday morning cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys used to watch the Super Mario Brothers shows and stuff, they used to combine, I forgot which one, but they used to combine it with
that's
Zelda.
a good one. Perp Minded. Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps?
Goosebumps, hands
Goosebumps.
down. Oh, that's hard. You know what, Perp Minded? Are You Afraid of the Dark? There was one specific story in the show I remembered. Zeke the Plumber. Do you remember that story? Okay, so there was a story in Are You Afraid of the Dark? And one of the tales they told was about this guy named Zeke the Plumber. I remember me and my cousins, my older cousin was telling us the story of Zeke the Plumber, and my younger cousin was terrified. We were like going to Universal Studios, and we was in a hotel, and I don't remember what prank they tried to play on him, but he was terrified of Zeke the Plumber. I remember the box. It was a station where you can call it. Yeah, I remember the box. And you know what? I think one time I called in and it was a light-skinned dude. He had like the hair. I called in and got through with him one time, and they played one of my videos that I requested. I thought that was so dope.
I just saw the show High Score on Netflix. I'm gonna check it out.
Teen Titans. Did you like Teen Titans?
It was okay.
Teen Titans? I like Teen Titans.
I'm gonna switch it up now. Which console did you have more fun with?
Me, hands down, any Nintendo, however y'all pronounce it, tomato.
Really?
NES. Yes.
You know it's a Sony house, right?
Any console of all times?
Okay.
Come on, I would say as a child in my prime.
No, you good. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
The
Mine
Mario
was GameCube.
franchise? What? The Mario franchise
I'm kidding.
alone.
Mine was Super Nintendo. For me, it was
Yeah.
Super Nintendo and GameCube. I love the Super Nintendo and GameCube era. For me, that was my introductions to Phantasy Star Online. Then, I got a chance to play on Super Nintendo like a whole bunch of games, bro.
Okay, M. Carter, I got it confused. Zeke the Plumber was Salute Your Shorts. Okay, I knew it was one of those shows on Nickelodeon. Now that I'm grown up, Herman is very suspect. There was a lot of suspect shit in cartoons back then. PS2 easily. Okay, so JSB and M. Carter, and Tehran, people who, because I see a lot of PS2s. Name some games you guys liked for the PS2.
Was Tenchu on the PS2? Yes, Tenchu. Oh, hold up. The Bouncer was also on the PS2. Ooh, hold on.
Bouncer.
The Bouncer, Tenchu came out on the PS2. Oh, I might. Okay, for me, it's gonna be Super Nintendo and PS2.
Okay.
PS1 introduced me to Tony Hawk, and then I started playing more Tony Hawk games. And I think PS2 is where they introduced SSX Tricky, and I was really into those sports games. They had a whole bunch of sports games that came out. Like, even what was his name? Dave Mayer came out with a game too.
Okay, so if I had to choose between consoles, I would probably say PlayStation. Of course, I like a lot of PlayStation games. So that or Nintendo, because I was a huge fan of the Super Mario franchise, and I was a huge fan of survival horror games. So games like Resident Evil, a lot of RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
I liked a lot of RPGs when I started playing PlayStation. I didn't play a lot of RPGs too much on Nintendo. I liked the Breath of Fire 1 and 2.
Yep.
Spider-Man 2 was fire on the PS2.
GameCube was a very underrated game because when it came GameCube, because they gave that was the first time. I know Dreamcast did it, but that was the first time they had an attachment to connect for your internet to play Phantasy Star Online. That's when I got introduced to console online gaming. It wasn't a Dreamcast. Then on top of that too, you got to play Snowboard Kids came out on the N64.
What game was what
you
console?
got
what console was Banjo and Kazooie? Was that N64?
That was N64.
Okay, that was.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to look the game up, bro.
You know what? Okay. I didn't have a lot of games for N64. I had.
Unpopular opinion.
007. I had Doom. I had the Mario 64, the one where he jumps to the pictures. Banjo and Kazooie. That was probably the main game that I had a lot of fun with. That and the Mario 64.
Yeah, hold up, hold on. All right, so top 25 games. I'm gonna go off. Animal Crossing. Boateng, Kyoto's. That was a Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean and Lost Ocean. Beautiful Joe. Battalion Wars. That was good because that was a try. They were trying to come back with Advanced Wars.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of games.
Luigi's Mansion. Time Splitters 2. Ooh. That's trash. I don't know why that's on there. Donkey Kong. That's it.
Yeah, I feel like
the Jungle Beat.
I didn't know I had a Donkey Kong.
Killer 7. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. Yeah, that was fire.
I didn't know the GameCube had online. Me either. But Xbox Live killed that space when they came out. I agree.
But remember the Dreamcast. I mean the 360 came out years after because the GameCube was out way before that. Then on top of it, you had Paper Mario. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snake came out on there. Super Mario Sunshine. Beyond Good and Evil. Pikmin 2. Resident Evil. Mario Kart Double Dash, F-Zero GX, Skies of Arcadia. That was that. If you don't know RPG, fire. Eternal Darkness. That game messed with your mind. I remember there's a part where you're playing, and if you
5 games you'd like to see come out, and have you guys ever played Glover?
Hold on, Smash Bros. Melee. Smash Bros. Melee, and then Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Resident Evil 4, and Metroid Prime. I played Resident
Evil 4 on PlayStation 2.
Didn't Resident Evil 4 come out only on the GameCube, or did it come out after?
No, because I remember I played it on PlayStation 2.
5 games I'd like to see come back. I would love to see a Siphon Filter.
That was a good game.
Y'all remember Jet Moto?
I hated that game.
That game came with the PlayStation the demo disc.
But you know why I hated it? Because I remember they used to give out different demos. I had the demo that had the Twisted Metal on it, that extreme sports game.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? And there was a game with like a bunny that was hopping or whatever. But my sister had the one with Jet Moto, and it was always scratched. But I thought the game was so corny.
All right, so PS2. I'm gonna just go over this list. You want to read this list?
They're talking about the best PS2 games of all time. So they're saying Dark Cloud 2 is one.
Soul
Calibur, Kingdom Hearts 2, SSX Tricky.
Yep.
SOCOM 2, Psychonauts, Katamari Damacy, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, Bully, Burnout 3.
Hold on. I'm going to the next page.
We're reading the games that they consider the best.
This is so-called the internet's their choices of the best PlayStation games of all time.
PlayStation 2.
PS2.
Gran Turismo. I
Hold
like
on.
Gran Turismo.
Jack and Dexter, Gran Turismo 4.
Dragon Quest 8.
Yes, when they started changing up the art style.
Prince of Persia.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Final Fantasy 10. Yes.
Ratchet and Clank. Up Your Arsenal.
God of War 2.
Ico. Okami. Oh my god.
Let's see what their last list.
Silent Hill 2's top 5?
That game was
Shadow
really
of Colossus.
Good. Resident Evil 4. Grand Theft Auto.
San
you know
Andreas.
what, guys? Which one did
Wait,
you like better?
how is Grand Theft Auto underneath Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater? I know Mocha's gonna love that because that's her favorite game.
I love
But
that
I don't think that it's better than Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. For top games, it should be number 1.
No, but Metal Gear Solid was up there.
It didn't sell as much as no damn Grand Theft Auto.
I don't know if it did or didn't, but I know that game was. Which Grand Theft Auto did you guys like better, Vice City or San Andreas? I love
San Andreas.
No, I liked Vice City.
San Andreas. You only like Vice City because of the music.
Well, besides that, I think it had a better. It kind of gave me Scarface vibes. Days Gone is set in the Siphon Filter universe. Okay, I didn't know that. The maker, Nintendo and Sega, the Gold Era GameCube, PS2, Xbox, the Primetime, PS3, Wii, Box X3, the Downfall, PS4 and Xbox One, Wii U, the Rise, Switch. Gran Turismo 2001 was the biggest game in PS2 because they pushed envelope. Eternal Darkness is in my top 10. Kingdom Hearts 2. I liked Kingdom Hearts 1 better than Kingdom Hearts 2.
See, everybody's saying San Andreas for sure.
Really? Oh man, I really loved Vice City. Vice City was my thing. What's another retro? Okay, let's talk about things I saw this thread on Instagram and it was talking about being a child from the 90s. Now that we spoke about video games or cartoons.
If we handed our kids a Game Boy Color, what would they look at us and say?
I don't know. But I have a question for you guys. Name some things in your childhood that you remember that's just not around like that anymore. I would say something I do miss was playing like freeze tag, manhunt, like actually going outside and playing. I don't see kids do that anymore.
Do that no more. They see that they ride their bike or they go vandalize people's property.
Ding dong ditch or nigger knocking, whatever you guys call it.
Nigger knocking?
That's what they called it.
Oh my god! I've never heard that before.
Have you guys ever heard of that before?
What kind of? I would have been hurt. Like, yo, you want to play nigger? What is it?
It was nigger
knocking?
Maybe because I lived in the suburbs, but at one point in my life, at one area.
What's up, Gerald Johnson?
They called it that, but it was really called ding dong ditch. Not paying bills. What's going on, DC and YC? What's up, Jarrell? What the F?
Yo,
seriously, have you guys ever heard of it?
I've never heard of nigger knocking. Right?
I swear to God, I remember that's what people used to call it, but it's really ding dong ditch for people who don't know. I remember the Talk Boys. When I seen Macaulay Culkin,
I had one.
Yeah,
I had one.
I wanted the pink one.
Yo, I had one, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you remember back in the day when you used to go to you know what? Hold up.
M. Carter, he called it nigga knocking too. So you know what?
Yo.
M. Carter, if you don't mind me asking, what state do you live in? Because when I was in South Florida, that's what they called it. But when I was in New York, they called it ding dong ditch. Water gun fights. Yes, the Super Soakers.
Yo, remember back in the day when you used to go? That's one. Toys R Us needs to come back.
For real.
For real. Yo,
man.
You know why Toys R Us was like the king spot for toys? Because you would go there and they had shit. Yo, you remember when you used to go to Toys R Us and you would see the science aisle and you would bring home like telescopes or like how to build a volcano, a magnet.
That stuff was so fun.
Yo, man, I miss Toys R Us, bro.
I remember ice cream trucks. Oh man, I used to love Mr. Softy. Going outside, watching good TV shows, getting my lunch packed, being excited.
He says from Baltimore.
Class. Okay. linking up with the homies for Pokemon and Super Smash. Yeah, man. I just remember that.
Oh, man. Skating rings? I used to have so much fun.
I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I went to skating rings.
No,
but
I
remember when I was younger.
I went a lot.
I actually remember times where we would go to like pizzerias in New York and they would have a Street Fighter or Pac-Man machine in there.
I feel what you're saying, Tony Esquire, but you know what it was? They were the only dudes that had variety like that, man. I hate seeing them go. Because when you have kids and you walk through Toys R Us, you already know what they want. Because they run over to it. You already got a mental list of what they want. Now you go on Target. What should I look for when it comes to toys? What do we look for?
Yeah, when we go and honestly, I feel like things like Amazon and like online shopping kind of killed things like Toys R Us because nowadays
ice cream trucks are around us.
Yeah,
they're usually run by Blindians, though.
Yeah, I
don't know how I feel about that.
Sometimes, but I used to like Mr. Softy because their soft serve ice cream used to taste good with the rainbow sprinkles, skating rings, dancing, and no social. Yo, life without social media back then was so much better because you remember when you gotta actually call your friends on the phone. Remember the phone with the little curly cord?
Get out of here, girl. The excitement of when your phone. You came home.
You gotta have actual conversations.
Yeah, you had, because remember, when you literally, you never know when someone's home, and when you call them on the phone, it's a conversation. Now, people call, you just kind of pause. All right, I think it's time to go
Everybody is doing this. I remember one day, I was, I think I was in one of my classes.
Yeah, malls are dying too, bro. Like,
that was fun too.
I don't like the way that the world is turning right now. I hate it.
Everybody is consumed. I hate it,
and I blame Amazon for this.
Everybody is consumed with this nowadays. Now, like, people don't even have deep discussions or dialect anymore because everybody is doing this.
Niggas don't even want to go to the damn the fast food restaurant no more. They do DoorDash.
Yeah.
Niggas don't want to go nowhere. It's crazy. That's why people are getting so fat. That's why it's so hard.
Yeah, everything is just so different. Even back then, like workout videos, they used to have, like back in the 90s, being athletic and doing aerobics was a thing. You know, I remember when I was in 5th grade, I will never forget this. You know, like how you might have just one teacher that made an impact on you? I remember when I was in 5th grade, I had a teacher, and I remember we used to have a recess, and our recess used to be pretty long. And I also remember another time, like when he starts teaching a lesson and he see that like the students were tuning out, he would have everybody stand on like the perimeter of the classroom, and we would play like dodgeball in the classroom, or we would like throw the ball at someone.
That's a good teacher.
You have to spell something, because that kind of woke everybody back up.
That's a good teacher.
Nowadays, I used to ask my kids, do they know what cursive is or script? Because when I was in 3rd grade and 2nd grade, they were teaching us how to write cursive or script.
Now they don't teach that. I don't think they teach cursive no more. I don't think they
teach that anymore. So it's like, back then, kids were way more active.
It's coming to the point where kids aren't even writing no more. They're just typing on Chromebooks and iPads.
Earlier today, I was showing my mom, because she came over. I was showing my mom because she wasn't here to see how the kids' virtual learning is.
Facts.
My girls that's in 1st grade, they have to use a mouse pad, okay? They have to click.
That shit is terrible.
And they have to use their hands to write things. And it's so time consuming. I'm like, yo, they might as well get freaking touchscreen laptops, because kids are going to lose fine motor skills, basic cognitive skills, doing everything online. It's so crazy. Just seeing, like, I know everyone likes the fact that we have advanced so much with technology, but I feel like in a way it dumbed us down because we're so dependent on technology.
You ever notice that when back to school is back, they have more pens and paper than they ever used? Remember when it was back in the day, like For us, when school started,
oh yeah, it would sell out.
It would sell out.
Go
now
Staples
you
and
couldn't
Office
go
Max.
nowhere and find anything. Now everything is all there. Like yo, like she was saying, like my kids had to rewrite their sentences properly with capitals, you know, and periods and stuff. But they had to do that with the mouse pad. And
Yes,
they at least could give the kids like touch screens or something, bro.
Yeah, see, I went through all that BS about learning how to write cursive in 5th grade only to see that kid. Yeah, I'm like, that is just crazy. Like, their curriculums nowadays are different.
They're trying to, like, even the math, like, the way that they're having kids do math. It's like, yo, the way that they made the kids do math, we look at it, we know the answer, but they want a way different formula. I'm like, yo, why are you doing all this gymnastics? Just right there, just like that.
Yeah, hey DC, at some point people won't be driving cars. The cars will be
that
driving
scares
them.
me.
Yeah. What I fear, because we're so dependent on technology, listening to people like, what's his name again? Elon Musk and Bill Gates and people like that. Like, I watch a lot of like futuristic shows or possible things. And I always think eventually we're going to become dependent on robots. Like, robots are going to be, or cyber, whatever. I feel like they're going to take over a lot of people's jobs.
You see how China is now, like, even if you want to play games, you got to use your real government name. You can't have a fake name. Even on YouTube, you got to use your real name. Like, I feel like it's going to be to the point where we're going to have everything digitally connected to us. I'm like, at this point, just chip me already.
Tony Esquire said, I was the only guy who can go heads up with the girls in the handwriting game. My cursive was fire. You know what's funny, Tony Esquire? I was just telling somebody this the other day. I knew a guy in high school, and you remember when girls used to write those big, bubbly, nice handwriting? He had the most perfect, it was like the perfect bubbly letters. I was like, oh my God. I remember guys back then used to have some nice handwriting. 5th grade, when you started learning. I learned
I started
cursive.
learning in the third or the fourth grade.
I learned it in 2nd and 3rd grade.
Yeah, I learned it. Oh, as a matter of fact, no. In Jamaica, because that's where I started going, I had to learn that immediately. Oh, while you were doing your letters, like you would do regular letters, then you would do cursive right next to it.
Yeah, in school, you didn't have to worry about social media as much. At the max, we had MySpace and maybe golden age of Facebook. Yeah, you know, I remember when I was in high school. No, when I was in middle school, this is when AOL became a thing and people was using chat rooms and you know.
That's how you found friends, yo. Back in before social media, you would at the end of the school. You know what people don't do anymore at the end of the school? Watch now, look now. At the end of school, nobody stands around no more. Nobody tries to meet each other. Nobody meets up at like the diner, or remember the old movie theater? What was the movie theater by us called?
I remember.
Say it.
What, in Florida?
Flippers.
Flippers.
Yeah.
There was a movie theater that it was kind of supposed to be like kind of run down, but it had like a lot. They kind of turned it into like a hangout spot too. So they had like a lot of arcades there.
Yep.
That booth where you take like the pictures and stuff.
And that theater used to do some fire shit. I don't know if you were around when Rock Band came out. They literally, like, they had Rock the Game. They had it on the big screen. They had kids come in and play. They would have contests.
Remember that game that you used to see a lot of, like,
Dance Revolution?
Yeah.
I used to play that game. I still know how to play that now.
You used to see a lot of the grunge or emo kids playing the Dance Revolution.
Yep.
Obey Anime. Yeah, You Got Mail. I remember that.
Man.
Headed out. I'll be coming back. Stay safe. Yeah, we're going to head out soon in a couple minutes,
we're heading out, too, right now.
Yeah, they taught us cursive in 3rd grade. Like, okay, in college, people offer money. Let me tell you, they will have people. I'm like really good when it comes to grammar and writing stuff. I used to have people who would literally tell me, like, yo, I would pay you if you write my paper for me. Mm-hmm. I would pay you, or they just. It's so weird and so different nowadays. Like, the way people communicate nowadays, the things that we worry about. Back then, I feel like things was just so much more simplistic. I miss simplicity. I miss just the innocence of just, I don't know, even hanging out back then. Like,
you know what?
You can hang out with the opposite sex back then, and it don't look bad. Like, I used to hang out with a lot of guys. Like I said, I used to like to play manhunt. I was kind of a tomboy at one point, like a girly tomboy.
Whoa, really? That's crazy, Tony.
What?
Tony used to write all of the awards for his
Wow.
brigades. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's a lot of writing, bro. I hope that was paying you.
Yeah, Obey Anime 2020 is a very scary year. Honestly, every month it's always some crazy thing happening. Like we lost a lot of people, and I think aside from Chadwick, there was another basketball player. I think from the Trailblazers that we lost. There was another guy today that passed away, and I always hear in the celebrity realm.
Don't forget Pop Smoke.
Yeah, but he died earlier this year. I'm talking about like recently.
It's still 2020.
They always say that celebrities, they die in threes.
Yeah.
People ducking education in favor of the easy path of mediocre experience. Yep. That's what I mean. Like just experience or just anything in general. It's like so different nowadays.
People they go on to like Dr. Disrespect, and they see like the amount of money he's making. Like, oh, I can get out of college and do this. I can get out of school and do this. I could be a gamer. I could be that. I'm better than this person. But it's not always like that. Like he's been doing this for 11 plus years. He deserves all of that. I should deserve some of that love too. I should be gaining about 700 live viewers now, but my ass keeps leaving and coming back, but I'm not leaving anymore.
But I would say this. I say on average, DC usually averages around 50 something. Like I notice every week his thing goes up. And I know for some people, like that's another thing when it comes to social media. Everybody is so they're like worried about the wrong things. Like me, I see right now with the amount of viewers, that doesn't bother me. You have a lot of people who would feel like that's a waste of time. It's not enough people. But honestly, the fact that you can just connect and have dialect with people who may agree or disagree with you, that's the main reason why I like to do this with him on Mondays, because I like hearing different people's perspectives on things, whether we have the same viewpoints or whether it's different. But it's like you can't do that nowadays. Everyone just cares about doing shit for numbers or for clout. People, there's a lot of low vibrational shit that people are attracted to. You know what I mean? Watered down experience in favor of true talent is how we got these garbage politicians, Democratic and Republican.
You know what scares me?
Yep. It's weird, but that happens.
It scares me because the kids that grew up to build the stuff that we have, they were in school back then. Yeah. You can barely count on your hand like a handful of kids that you know they're gonna break through technology and make something different. It's still the same older people now that are creating these new things. You don't see those kids. You remember like the gifted program, and those kids were like, not taking away anything from the gifted program kids now. Those kids were freaking smart. The gifted program kids now, they're not that smart.
No, but even that, it's funny you said that, because like for instance, kids in school, like nowadays, like when I was almost finishing school, it was a big thing when somebody got their high school diploma. But when I started hitting high school, it was becoming more normalized where a GED is equivalent to a high school diploma. And I'm not knocking or taking away from anyone who gets a GED. But I'm just saying it's just so different, because even now, back then when you play sports or when you play a race, like if you're racing or you're competing, there were prizes. You get first place, second place, third place. That's it. Nowadays, you got people who get prizes
for
participating. Yeah. I'm like, God damn. So it's like we are just, I don't know. It's just crazy.
And it's to the point now that even places like what was it? Remember when the thing was gonna happen where what was it? Instagram was gonna take away likes. How many people started crying? Oh yeah. People were losing their shit. Like, I'm gonna lose my likes. People aren't gonna. I can't see how much people like me. Oh my God.
Let me tell you why. Again, this is my thing. When it comes to like the psychology stuff, that's my thing. The reason why people was really upset about that is because, imagine why most people would ask yourselves, why are you so bothered about likes and stuff with people you don't even know? It's because a lot of these people, I don't care what no one say. Everybody likes positive positive affirmations, and people love feedback. People love the interaction. People love the likes because they feel validated. Okay? So imagine you have strangers who's rocking for you. They like whatever it is you're putting out there. So they do have a lot of people where their lives are revolved around this. I forgot what I saw an article once where they said people who do certain things on or for social media, it's like a dopamine for them. They do it because it's like a high. You know what I mean? People do certain things, and I mean, it is what it is. People are used to a whole lot of attention, especially, yeah, and honestly, that's anyone who says they don't like attention, they're full of shit.
Yep.
Everyone likes attention, good or bad. Okay, so when you're getting any type of attention, makes you feel good about yourself because you feel like you're doing something right. So imagine if you had, that's why I said a lot of these celebrities right now, who's not touring, who's not acting, who's not working, they're home. They're so used to just all eyes on me. Now it's like their bag is stopping. So they gotta find shit to do. They're trying to find ways to stay relevant within the social media realm because a lot of these people are empty souls without social media. We got a super chat. What's sad, the fact that although this is damn good channel, views won't pop up unless Miss DC pulls her top up or you start talking crazy about it. And Tony Esquire, that is the sad truth. Like I said,
dude,
nobody
I had 1,000 live viewers.
Last week when they all addressed their side, he got, at one point, he got like over 1,000 views just like that. So it just goes to show you, you got a lot of low vibrational people that just live for the fuck shit, lives for the drama, lives for the negativity. Look at Shade Room. You're not really getting any news on those type of platforms. It's not the same. But people just love to gravitate towards those things. Yep. And it's very unfortunate. All I can really say, I guess I want to end it on this note. When it comes to just social media and stuff in general, you guys just take everything at face value. Don't always get too caught up into all the negativity and the he say, she say stuff. Whoever you guys are following, if you like somebody, follow them. If you don't follow them. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. Who's rocking a pager? Who remembers the phone with the walkie-talkie? That
Chirps.
was the Nextel.
Chirp.
That was Nextel. Yep. I wanted a Nextel. I remember those.
No, I was the dude that was buying different colored razors.
Really? You know what's crazy? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when the razor first came out, it was $600 for that phone, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty expensive.
It was $600. I remember when I got the Sidekick, that was around $300. Thinking about it now, we paid a lot of money for phones and electronics back then.
Because money actually had value back then.
People ain't waking up. If anything, this pandemic has made some people weaker, especially on social media. Got a whole lot of trolls and school shooters. I already know when I start my Wounded Warrior channel, Cat's not going to be feeling it. But you know what, Tony Esquire?
We'll be there.
We'll be there. And when you do gain, I don't care if it's 4 followers. You got 4 loyal people that's rocking with you. You got to do it for the right reasons. When you're doing it for the right reasons, you don't even care about the numbers. Unless this is like your bread and butter. But a lot of YouTubers nowadays, if you're not grandfathered in, it's really hard nowadays to have a following because people nowadays have such a short attention span.
Who remember the two-way pager, the one that you flip open and you can actually type the messages?
I had one of those.
Yep.
My dad bought me one when I was in 7th grade.
That was back when I was rocking Wallabies.
I wanted one of those because when Jay-Z came out with that song, Give It To Me, and he was like, Motorola two-way page me, I wanted one of those, but I ended up getting the mini one. I want a V600, and my dad told me no. I was so pissed. Y'all remember when the first iPhone came out? I loved the commercial.
I did not want an iPhone.
I didn't have the money or anything.
When the iPhone came out, we were what was it? The HTC
Google.
It was the first Android phone, but it was a G something.
G1,
the
G2,
G1, the
G3s.
G2 phone, G3.
You know what's crazy? We've been like Android. We were team Android for a while. It wasn't until 2010 when they came out with the 10 or the X, whatever you guys prefer it. That's when we started getting iPhones. Do you remember back then when YouTube made it super tough to get partnership? That's what I'm saying.
Yo, I remember when I got a partnership, dudes were pissed.
Oh, that
was the school. Yeah, I remember when I got my partnership with Machinima, bro, people were pissed because I just came on YouTube. It wasn't even like 2 years, it wasn't even a year. And people were like, how the fuck, blah, blah, blah. That was one of the reasons why some of the people from End of Nation disliked me.
M. Carter, I have something to piggyback off of what you said about the two ways. I remember there was these chats that you could jump into, and I swear I thought I was talking to Lil Bow Wow.
The only thing HTC is good for now is making the HTC Vive and the Index.
Remember your rich friend's parents' car phone? I certainly do. I didn't get an iPhone till the 6 Plus. Okay, HTC fell off.
Our first iPhone was the 11.
The 10 or the X.
The 10, yeah, the 10, yeah.
Here I am now with this fucking iPhone. Exactly, right? And you know what's crazy?
About to end now.
A lot of people get the iPhones just because it's popular.
I remember when the iPhones came out, people didn't really fuck with it. It was because of how expensive it was, and you couldn't get it on credit. You had to buy it straight up. So back then, when you had an iPhone, you were up there. You had status. Now it's not like that no more.
And then also with I didn't know this, but I remember one time I had to go to the Apple store for something, and I remember like I went into the store, and I guess when you check in, I was asking the lady, I'm like, are all of these people ahead of me? She was like, oh no. She was like, Apple stores are like Starbucks. You have cult-like people who just literally chill.
Bro, when I go crazy. To like when what was it? My iPad Pencil stopped working, and I went there, and I was seen immediately, but this whole place was packed. I'm like, so what are people doing? It's like, oh, people here on their break.
They just go on break. They just mess with the products. I'm like, wait a minute. These are not like new things that's out. It's the things that's people are, like I said, the way people chill at like a Starbucks, that's how people are at the Apple stores. Yep. I'm like, you ain't gonna catch me just chilling at no Apple store just because. I only went there twice, and I was already irritated. YouTube don't play like.
Oh yes, remember when you have to hang up on your friend to save minutes?
Tell them to call the 7 p.
Dude, yo, that was the reason why I got a T-Mobile, because she was like, she was a T-Mobile person. She's like, if you get a T-Mobile, they're not gonna charge us minutes.
It's free after 9 for us. I
was a singular customer.
Yeah, okay. See, AT&T is what singular was back then, and T-Mobile used to be called Voice Stream. I had Voice Stream, and I remember most phone companies was free after 9 o'clock. I had AOL Messenger device. YouTube not paying. It's hard nowadays. Ever since they changed all the rules this year for YouTube, it's harder for content creators. So I just think, especially in the black sector,
free mobile from T-Mobile.
I don't care if it's
we used to fall asleep on the phone talking to each other for hours.
Did. Yeah, those were good. I was gonna end it on this note, guys. It's already hard for people to get monetization on YouTube. It's hard to not get a strike or copywritten on your channel. So I feel, especially in the black sector of YouTube, I don't care if it's gaming, hair, beauty, whatever. That's why I think it's very important for like the black community to stick together, because you see these white folks, drama or not, their channels are still thriving. Mm-hmm. The people in the gaming community, pretty sure, black gaming community, I don't think it's anybody out there that's going to be big like a Dashi or PewDiePie. And I'm pretty sure y'all could do the shit that they're doing. But you know why we never get ahead? Because we all, not everybody, but the freaking crab in the barrel mentality. Nobody want to see anybody do better. It's like, nah, fuck that nigga. You have that. People feel like the only way. Oh, it is the only way that people can get along or bring views is through negativity. But I guarantee you, if a lot of these gaming channels just keep it about the entertainment world, they're not coming at other things, their channel can very much so thrive. But it's crazy. You're going to see the same amount of people ping-ponging back and forth just to see. I realize a lot of these gamers that have issues with each other, it's really because of the shit that the followers are bringing back and forth to each other's pages. It's the trolls and it's the negative people. I feel if everybody from every sector just stick together, if you don't like somebody, okay, cool, just keep it pushing.
And the same thing I've said, and I'm going to keep saying it, some people may hate it, but when it comes to the white gaming community, they definitely help each other out. Mm-hmm. Again, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Markiplier, even Dashie. Mm-hmm. Dashie, look, Dashie put on T-Pendel. T-Pendel, I don't talk about that guy like that. T-Pendel would not be where he's at if it wasn't for Dashie. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
And
he would not be where he's at.
I met T-Pendel at one of the YouTube Black events.
Yep.
Even the YouTube Black events. Some of the Black content creators.
Love Jay's 2 cents.
The content creators that's in the millions, like for instance, a big beauty guru is Jackie Aina. She's a Nigerian girl. She's like the only Black girl that's killing it in the beauty game. If I think of white beauty gurus, they have the gay dude Jeffree Star, they have the Patrick Star, they have James Charles. That's 3 gay dudes already that I named.
And then
I didn't even get to the girls yet. Mm-hmm. That dude Jeffree Star, I think he's worth like 60 million.
There are white gamers that I go to their channel, and I'm saying, I keep saying it, but Dr. Disrespect deserves everything. The dude is entertaining.
Someone said, you watch Jay's 2?
Yeah, I watch Jay's 2. You know who that guy is.
Yeah.
When it comes to like those gamers, you go to their channels and some of them are playing like GTA where they're playing roles and it's just be so boring. Or they'll basically do like skits, not skits, but they'll put shit together for like a montage, get millions of views, and then when we go live, we do entertaining stuff. We make you laugh. We do jokes. We do what's it called? After Darks. We do like Weapon Wheel does After Darks.
And that's what it should be about.
We do a lot of stuff, but YouTube does not support us. One, because I'm Black. I agree,
Tony. The best channels on YouTube are always the smaller ones, and when some of the, like, I will follow certain channels, even like I'm more into the beauty stuff or the entertainment stuff. Some of these people, I stopped watching them because they blew up per se, because their whole content don't seem authentic no more. It don't seem genuine. It seems like everything you do is sponsored or for views, and that shit is corny.
I'm gonna tell you guys a secret.
YouTube used to be creative.
I wanted a Black community to be so big. I used to talk to her back in the day when NW Nation was around. I was like, yo, I wish I could be a billionaire and I would buy into networks. I would hire BG, all of the guys in the Black community, upgrade them with PCs and have a network. And they all support, they still have their own channels. Because even, I'm telling you right now, people don't believe me because they'll always say like, oh, no, that's bullshit. When you get to the fame, you forget. No. If I get to the fame, I'm bringing Heartache. I'm bringing Weapon Wheel. I'm bringing Press Start. I'm bringing everybody. Because once we're up there, they're going to know who we are. And we're going to bring smaller channels up there. Because at some point, we got to win too. And to show that we're better than them, nothing but support. That's my thinking.
Yes, and we're going to end it on that note, guys. I like when we can talk deep like this from time to time, you know. I love the way the chat went today. It was very positive. Yep. We were able to just talk about random stuff. I love talking about the nostalgic stuff from time to time. I am actually about to watch that Versus with Brandy and Monica. And we'll figure out something to watch next week.
Y'all can hold me to that any day of the week. I'm man to my word, bro.
Working to get that top is a lot more fun and motivates you versus being at the top and being complacent where you
That's why I would bring everyone with me, because it would be a consistent battle to help them get where they are. Because let's say you're a person that pays to get, like, let's say you pay Dr. Disrespect $20,000 for him to like live stream with you and shit like that, right? That's that one video, and you have to base that off of people thinking that you're cool enough to go back and watch. Where it could have been like, yo, pause the game right now, the video, go check his channel out, hit the subscribe button. Just like you watch me, you can watch those guys too. You know what I'm saying? But nah, people don't think like that. It's like, nah, watch me. I want to compare my numbers. Like, nah, it shouldn't be like that. We should be dominating as a group together. Every one of us.
My woman in here blowing my speakers out. I'm about to do the same. Stay close. As a Jamaican, we love to reason. Good show. Yes, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you guys. I like doing these. Like I said, it's just a way to connect. Just hear different people's perspective and opinions on things. Maybe you could learn a thing or two from each other. And that's what I like. You know what I mean? So on that note, you guys, be easy. Didn't need that $5. Just my calling card though. Peace out. We appreciate it.
And I
Tony.
keep telling you about that.
So we hope to see you guys again next week. Mm-hmm. We'll figure something out. If you guys want us to cover any specific stuff or you like to freestyle it like this, just let him know in his Twitter or find a way to reach out to him. And so you don't forget, add the new chat or whatever, the new channel to your, I don't know, Twitter or something, so people know, because they're having a couple
there
people
it is right there. I posted it. The show's still live, and I'm pinning it just in case. So he's
going to pin that comment in case anybody do want to check out the new podcast. Mm-hmm. And thank you once again, guys.
Thank all of y'all.
Have a good evening, a good week. If you have kids and they're doing at-home schooling, I know it's a fucking trip, but just hang on. Hopefully it gets better. And hopefully 2020, there is a turnaround. So you guys have a great evening and a great week.
Let me see if I still remember this.
What?
I'm an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I've served the people of the United States and lived the Army values. Damn it.
Boy, I'm sorry. Your time is up. I'm trying to watch
Damn it. All right. The next time I come back on, I'm going to say it. I'm an American warrior.
Hold on, guys.
All right. I'm saying in my head. I know it.
Okay, it's 1.2 million people.
Hey, you're going to get me demonetized.
I'm
you
sorry,
can't play
guys.
the music.
Okay, I'm out. Bye, guys.
Later, y'all. Tony, you know what I was about to say. I'll say it next time. Let me see. I'm an American warrior. Hold on. I'm an American warrior. I'm getting tongue-tied. Whatever. I'll say it next time.